Hey y'all, hey! How y'all doing? We are back. Welcome back to another episode of My Unsolicited Opinion podcast. Right now, it is myself and NAllen. Ty will be joining us momentarily as we all are moms that work and things come up, but women these days, we know how to multitask and juggle a lot of different things and responsibilities. So she'll pop in when she has the opportunity to do so. What's
Yes.
going on, girl? How you doing today?
Oh my God. Speaking of kids, tomorrow is that Read Across America thing, Dr. Seuss Day, whatever that is. So we're getting our little costume ready for school tomorrow and our
Girl,
little
I
book
thought they
together.
canceled Dr. Seuss.
I thought they did too, but maybe they just calling it Read Across America in general. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have a little Wednesday Adams going on tomorrow because
Oh,
we stay on the new, if you
oh,
didn't know. It's modern women getting costumes and everything together. How do they have time?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. My son ain't participating in that type of stuff. I was like, no, I can't. I don't have the time. I ain't got the money. It wasn't. No. Mm-mm.
I
No.
love getting those little costumes together. Girl, Halloween is our season.
I
Yes.
remember one year when I was in elementary school, I think it was like dress up like your favorite book character, and I dressed up like
Yeah.
corduroy. I just happened to have like a green corduroy little jumper thing. Yes. I
Yes.
was like, okay, I can do this.
Yes, that is cute. I love corduroy. Yes.
Girl, I've been
So
looking at the blogs all day today. You watch Housewives of Atlanta, right?
yeah, I hadn't been caught up on like the past few seasons, but I do watch it. Yes.
Oh man, did you ever watch the game? Like
Yes,
the
yes,
game? So
yes.
okay, so Drew Sidora,
Yeah.
so she's on Housewives of Atlanta. Baby,
Yeah.
it was a race to the divorce court today. It looked like her husband, Ralph. So if y'all are unfamiliar with the Housewives of Atlanta, Drew Sidora, who is an actress, she starred in the game, and I'm sure and I think she played T-Boz on the movie TLC.
Oh
She's
yeah.
married to a guy. He's not famous or anything like that, but we got to know him. He's a businessman. We got to know him when he started appearing with her on the Housewives of Atlanta. He is fine,
He
honey.
is fine. He
He
is
looks
fine. Yes.
good, honey. But
He
yeah,
is fine.
so
Yes.
apparently we found out that he filed for divorce today. And they cited that they separated on Thursday. Well, a few hours later, TMZ came back with an update and was like, she filed first 1 hour before him.
She won.
It was a
Count her in the 70%. She's
It
in the
was
70%.
a race.
Yes.
She was. And that was the thing. So, like, before everybody figured out like who filed first and what happened, and they were speculating and stuff, that's exactly what everybody was talking about. They were like, God, what could she have done to make him file for divorce?
She
What
beat it.
could have happened? She must have cheated or what? And then, when they figured out that she beat him to it, then it was like, I knew he was messing with that little woman in
Yes. Oh my God. So they had been having problems. I'm surprised they hung on like another 2 or 3 years, right? Because I know it was a couple years
Mhm.
ago when she first came on, right?
That was their entire storyline, was their marital problems. The
Yes.
entire time it was always they had marital problems, and it just wasn't. I don't think the show helped either, the way he
It
was
never does.
gaslighting her and all of
Yes.
that or whatever. But between the two of them, I guess now she's more financially independent, because I remember when the show first started, he bought her that house that they're living in. Like, I remember she was like, I can't believe, he just went out, picked out a house, and was like, oh, it's ours, babe. Like, now, low key, y'all know how I feel about houses. Please go pick me out a house.
Were you without any input?
No, I would want input, but I mean, I ain't gonna complain too loud.
Okay, 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 okay,
I ain't
okay.
gonna complain too loud. But it made me wonder, like, if he, she's supposed to be this Hollywood celebrity, and I mean,
Right.
like, quiet as it's kept. I mean, she like a C D list. Like, she, what I'm
D.
saying, like, I
Mhm.
like her, but let's call a spade
Keep
a
it
spade.
real. Yep.
So, he probably, you think he had to have a lot of money to get with her, or do you think that maybe they had the same amount of money even though he wasn't famous? Like, how do you think that worked out? Like, did you think they saw each other at the Walmart?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think that they were probably equal though, because she is like you said, like a CD list. She
Yeah.
in the little shows here and there. She's almost kind of like a little extra. I'm sorry, like just she was never like a star. I like Drew. I like her, but her
Yeah.
and her husband they've been having problems since day one. But I
Mhm.
think that he probably had the money starting out. He probably really did.
He definitely had something because, like I said, he bought her the house, and she was kind of like almost like defending it. She was like, "Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he kept me out of that. I didn't know much about what was going on. Like he deals with the finances and all of the things." So, it kind of begs the question of what we're talking about today. Like, do it pay? You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Like, what is it? Like these men do make these grand gestures sometimes,
Yeah.
like buying a house or
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
car or whatever to
Yeah.
gain the affections of a woman. Have you ever had anybody anything you got some cars? I mean, I know you say you've been going with them boys since like sixth grade though. So
I'd be going with him,
but
but I I
did
don't
they like give you their lunch money for a week? Like
I think yeah. Well, okay, so I did, like nobody's bought me a car or a house or
okay.
anything like that. Not technically a
Uh-huh.
house. So but I was this guy that was friends with this other guy I was dating at the time. He
Mhm.
said I do get a lot of gifts, like jewelry and stuff like that. I have always gotten things like that, but purses,
Mhm.
stuff like that. But it's like holidays, birthdays. To me, that's normal. He's like, this
Mhm.
guy thinks that's what he has to do to be with you. I was like, I didn't
Mhm.
tell him that. Like that was him.
Mhm.
He just decided that. I didn't like make any kind of like, okay, you got to come with this amount of money. You have to, buy this or that. But I mean, I ain't saying no to it. I
Ooh.
do like stuff, but I'm not. But it's because I'm real humble.
Okay.
They like, let's give her something because she's never asking for anything. It's kind of like
Mhm.
that, I
Now,
think.
do you well, we'll get into that in a minute. Let's check in with the chat first, and then we're gonna circle back and we're gonna kind
Yes,
of dig in and get into it because I do think that men and women view gifts and money differently
yes.
as to why it's so important and all of that. So we're definitely gonna unpack some things. So what we got going on chat?
Let's see who we have in here. First, we have our homeboy. He's our number one. Is he a mod? We need to make him a mod.
Oh
I know
God.
you may or may not, agree. What's up, Jalen Ryan? He says Dr. Seuss is my all-time favorite. Dr. Seuss, he said he like Dr. Seuss.
I mean, he's 14. He ain't lived that long, but okay.
Go. He said, "Give Dr. Susan a break, man. Give our man a break." Doug MPA in his house. Y'all know who he is. He's our number one mod over here at the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast. He says, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Let's get these ladies to 1,000 subs ASAP, like right now. Get us to 1,000. Welcome, Doug. Thank you for always showing up here. He says, I tell men not to date unless they have monetary, physical, and spiritual resources set aside to date. Duh.
I w- oh, I like the spiritual resources now.
I like all of that. All
Mhm.
that sounds awesome to me. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We got our co-host here. She says, I like y'all better when Ty isn't up there. That's what Square Biz says. She's
Mm.
Ty though. Ty. Hurry up and get over here and stay out the chat. Y'all, welcome. Tonight's gonna be a good one. Tonight, we're gonna be talking about this money situation in these relationships. Does it matter? Doesn't it matter? Love or money? Like, which one, is a priority for you guys? Let's go, Joy.
Well, last time we had a special guest that got up and he talked about, he was stable and he was able to, take care of his wife. He just had a baby and he basically said, my wife never has to work another day in her life. And so y'all might have seen the short that Ty put together. And basically, I'm like, well, I mean, like, how much do you think that money is influencing her being like, all right, it's whatever you say, take me, like,
Because he
whatever.
had he got it.
Yeah, because he said that she was, very educated, super independent. She was already, self-made, to a certain degree and could stand on her own. But, she was willing to be like, okay, I'll do whatever you say, I'll come your way. And so he said, oh, my wife will live with me in a cardboard box. And then the record stopped. What? Your what? Well, okay. So we started talking about that kind of like behind the scenes. And so that's how we started. We want to talk to you guys about this today. So what would you live? I mean, like,
That's kind of like,
I know it's figurative, but it
right.
could be literal. Like
It
life,
could
you have
be.
ups and downs in
Yeah.
relationships.
Yeah.
So
Um, I think that it's easy to say it,
mhm.
But then he followed it up with, because she know I got her, come hell or high water. So to have that kind of confidence in the man, he's never gonna let you get to that point. And whatever it takes, he's gonna do it. So of course it's like, yeah, I stay with you in the car, but yeah, I said it all day long. Yes, yes. Kind of like, I eat at McDonald's with Chad Johnson,
Yes,
because
yes,
he got enough to this is a test.
I
We
get it.
know it. Yeah, I stay with you in the cardboard bus. I live with you anywhere. We can stay under a bridge. We can, I don't care. I just want to be with you, baby. I'm gonna tell you another wife that got the game down pat. Not saying it is the game. Idris Elba, his wife, she was like, I won't leave his side. Like he got COVID. Like when COVID was like killing people, like bad, taking them like out in numbers. She was like, I want to be with him. She was in the house with him. Like, I'm not leaving him. I'm coming in here. I wanted to.
Oh,
So,
mm,
but it's like does
okay.
the caliber of man matter? Because it's like it's easy to hand over, the keys and the life and all that. Like everything I got, I give it to you. I ride with you. Cause some of them, they're gonna take you to the top. Like, it's like no question about if they're gonna hold you down or not. So I don't know. I don't know.
So with now, I've never been married. So, um, with the ladies that you've known that have been married, how much has money influenced this? Okay, I'll stay with you in doubt from COVID with you, like, because this started getting a little crazy when you say stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how much do you think did that influences this ride or die?
Um, I think it does influence it a lot. Also, potential as well, because I know a lot of people, they dated in college, and end up getting married. So, you start from a young age and you're working your way up. But most of them, they've been with them a long time. And I know for myself, it's like we are capable as women of a certain, position ourselves to support the family if we need to. We don't want to, but we are part of the safety net as well. So I don't think it doesn't play like a huge part of it for most of the women I know. They just want to be with somebody that wants to be with them. And that's pretty much how I see it. I don't think none of them like, oh yeah, he gotta make six figures, he gotta be 6 feet tall, he gotta have these 6 inches, whatever they say, all this 666. No, they just want to be with somebody want to be with them from what you know, from what I can see. What do you think?
Um, as a person that works with money all the time, and I work with families and I talk about money quite often. I think it depends on how old you are, right? Like you mentioned your friends, they got together in college. Well, y'all both broke.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I think on this channel in particular, one of the big arguments that I keep hearing is, "Oh, Joy wants somebody buy her a house." Like I don't have to have nowhere to live.
Right.
You don't
Right.
sleep in a twin bed together. Like, you
Right.
know, "Oh, Joy, she won't. You'll never go to McDonald's with somebody." I said I would, so you can't win, right? I don't know. But in terms of how much it influences, yeah, I think that there are some women out here that all they see, they'll say and do whatever it takes to get to that almighty dollar. And y'all see, we got our green on today. So, hey, they will. It's some women that are out here and that they don't care. They'll do whatever it takes, say whatever. But the second you can't buy that Gucci bag,
They out.
she gonna show out is a wrap. It just is. And I think that's the problem when you start building your relationship, regardless of how old you are. When you start building your relationship off of monetary things, like what do you think is going to happen? Like, you sent me a video earlier where the guy was like, y'all dudes need to stop going broke trying to get with these women. And I think it happens. It definitely happens.
It's not worth it though, because you can't not keep that up. Don't
No.
start like I'm not saying like before this guy with the 10 free days. I'm not saying that. Now you need to spend some money, especially if you grown.
Okay,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
say I'm gonna say if you're 35 on
10
up.
free days. What was the 10 free days? You got to catch everybody up. What was
Oh
that?
my goodness, this guy, he was like, he was complaining about women, of course. He had a long-term girlfriend at some point, and maybe even a child with this lady. But after he got back on the dating scene, he was like, he was taking women on 10 free days. That was he had this notepad. A lot of them weren't making it past the second or third date, I think. But it's like we gotta go, uh, feed the homeless, which is fine. We gotta go pick up trash. We gotta go all this free stuff. We gotta go for a walk. It's like, golly, you can't drive your car. We can't eat. We can't do nothing. Gotta go on a hike, which is okay too. But it's like, I'm gonna do this 10 times, but I gotta prove myself to you. You need to prove yourself to me. Because at this point, I'm thinking you broke. And like, it ain't okay to be broke. I'm gonna just say it at 35, 40, however old you are. We understand people like everybody working their way up, but the free dates, like, it's only so many. It's one thing you're gonna take a person to McDonald's, and then this dude over here wants you to do free dates. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Like the women, we already know we got to jump through hoops. We got to crawl in the mud. We got to do all this to get to y'all, even though we
We
got,
got to go on a hike.
our own jobs, whatever. But yeah, we still have to do all this to get to y'all, and y'all gonna take us on 10 free dates.
Yeah.
10 free
Yeah.
dates.
No, I don't mind doing some activities to bond that don't cost money, but
Right.
yeah, you got to go through a gauntlet of activities to get with that guy or whatever. I don't know. But kind of like, so let's evaluate it in our 20s, right?
Okay.
I feel like if you outwardly want to appear like you balling out, right? Like when we was in our 20s, y'all, the rims with the spinners, the car would stop and it would keep spinning.
Yes, and they had that church hurt.
That meant he had money.
Money. Got
He
money.
got money. Or he had a refund check.
What? The Verizon, that chirp.
The
Yes.
financial aid refund check. If
Yes.
you if got your boat jeans and
Girl.
your Durango shoes, your boots and your
Yes.
platinum FUBU outfits and all that,
Air Force Ones, all of them.
you are a walking billboard for some woman to expect
Yes.
certain things. You know
Yes.
what I mean? So it's like I understand, like, maybe your money is your money or whatever it is, but you are walking billboard, like you asking for it. Almost like, you know what I mean? If a woman decides, like, okay, I'll date him for his money and get what I can get and go. Because it
Yeah.
is women that think like that. They really, I've seen them. I know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know them. They
Yeah.
they really do that in real life. It's bad, and it gives women, like me, a bad name. Because, like, I don't want nothing. I just want your time and attention.
That's
That's
all.
it. That's all.
Quality time.
That's it. That's my love language.
That's free. That's mine too.
That is, like, that's all. Like,
Just be with
just watch
me.
Power with me. Like,
Yes. Let's look at a
let's do some
YouTube video
crab
together.
legs and watch
Yes.
Power. And when Power come every Saturday.
That's free. Other than the cable bill, but still.
And the crab legs, because that's like a delicacy now. So I
Oh
don't
my God, they delicious. But anyway,
know.
see, this we too expensive on them crabs. Like,
Sorry. I thought I was doing good. I guess I need some McDonald's. It's some McDonald's menu.
you
Get
gotta
me
get
go
us
get some
some.
fries, a happy meal. But ultimately, it's about time, at least for me anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think that these men, like I said, when they appear outwardly to look a certain way, like now we ain't made it to the apartment yet. Like we ain't seen the beanbag sharing and
In the
whatever.
futon.
We don't know, but or the 3 or 4 roommates. We don't know nothing about that yet. So how much do you think that contributes to their own I don't want to say demise, but if you showing up like that and then you confused when a woman only wants money, do you think that
If you
that
lead, if they lead with their wallet, then I mean they gonna have to keep going with it. That's just it. Like it's one thing to just like meet a person, they look good or whatever. We got our co-host. She's in the building. We're business. Square business.
welcome.
We gotta go do a sidebar, guys. Welcome Square Biz to the panel. She
Hey
has
girl,
Y'all can hear
hi.
arrived.
me.
Yes,
My mic
yes,
sounds nice. Check one.
yes,
Yeah, you good.
yes.
Hey y'all, go ahead.
You want to
I'm
go
gonna
and
give
jump
you
in,
my
girl?
little
What
two
you think about
senses.
Well,
this?
we wanted
What
to
you
make
think
sure
about?
that we greeted you.
Say what?
I said we wanted to make sure that we greeted
I
you.
appreciate y'all. I don't know. I was liking it better with just y'all. What the chat think?
The chat,
Nice.
the chat. Doug says, "What finding a good woman will cost you, but it's worth it." Okay,
Mm.
yeah, the but it's worth it. He's
Mhm.
laughing at Square Biz, who's also known as Ty, who has arrived to the panel.
I don't
He
know who that
says,
is.
"A man has to pay 80% of the bills if he wants the respect of head of household. Do you ladies agree?"
Mm. Mm.
He gonna
Who?
get respect first anyway, right? If he in the household for
Yeah,
me,
but
period. But
women,
80% will go on get you, not won't get it won't get you that much lip. I won't be talking back
that's
too
what I was about
much.
to say. We got a sharp tongue.
Yeah.
We
I
be,
listen to
we be
lip.
like, yo, bro, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, I got this, I got this. Like, okay, I'll be quiet. When he leave, I'll be talking again.
Mhm. Yeah.
So look,
80% of the bills if he wants to respect. Oh.
I had this conversation with a coworker of mine, a black male coworker of mine who's married. Um, and we had this conversation actually like yesterday. Um, and it was almost like I was saying the same thing as him, but he just swore up and down I wasn't saying the same thing. And then someone came over, someone neutral, and heard my side, I guess, and then his side. And it was like, y'all are saying the same thing. And I was like, yeah, I know, but for some reason men hear it differently. So this is what I said. Y'all want to hear what I said?
What
Yes.
you say?
All right. This is what I said. I said, when it comes to like marriage or whatever, how I see it, and man and women, they both like make money. We were talking about, can a man be the head of household if the woman makes more money? And I was like, let's just say I met somebody. He made $75,000, and I make double that, right? So that makes about 150. So together, the household, I guess, would essentially have what, 225, right? Is that the number? Yeah, right. It's about 225 together if you combine together. And he
Okay.
says, do you expect this man to pay all the bills? And I said, I expect this man to be able to pay all of the bills. And I expect myself to be able to pay all of the bills. So in case he go down one day or whatever, something happened on the job, I can hold it down. And in case, I go down, whatever, something happens on the job, he's able to hold it down, right? And he
Mhm.
was like, well, why? Because he, in his household, I guess he pays 50-50.
Mhm.
Just whatever. That's his choice, right? He
Mhm.
makes more, but he makes more than his wife. And I said, yeah, no, I don't know if I'll be doing 50-50. Like, I don't know
Mhm.
if I'm going, I don't know, right? Because here's the thing. when I tell you I want this man to be able to pay all of the bills, I want him to be able to sustain himself. I guess, and he was I guess at one point in his relationship, she made more money than he did, and he was still paying all of the bills, and she was, I guess, keeping her money to herself. And so he asked me, he was like, well, if your man is making less than you, are can he have some of your money? I said, I would never put a man in a position to have to ask me for anything, because I know how to make that,
Yeah.
how that will make a man feel to have to ask a woman, you know
Mhm.
what I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
for some money, right? So I said, even if I made more than him and that took up and all the bills took up all of his money, I will make sure he won't ever have to ask me for anything. He was like, well, you put it all in one pot. I said, I will, if I know he can pay all the bills, I'm going to take the burden of some of those bills off, right?
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
could pay the mortgage, he could pay the car notes, he could pay all of that. I'll pay the light bill, cell phone,
Yeah.
maybe a little water,
Yeah.
maybe
That's
the
yeah.
light, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any problems with doing that because I know he can take care of it, even if I didn't do it, right? And then, then I might, slide some more in the pot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not even might. I would put more in the pot because the house has 225, right? So if you want to
Yeah.
go buy a new car, you know what I mean? He can do that, right? Because we're gonna be buying everything together anyway. But for some reason, he was just like, nah, y'all, you going it was just, it was just wild. Because he's like, wow, why you just can't go 50-50? I said, I don't know if it's 50-50, but what I'm saying is I'm going to take, like,
Okay.
if he hold it down, I'm going to do I'm going to take care of some stuff too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like the house got 225,
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
but
I
he
think
just
that's
could not see it my way. He could not. He was like, you going to have your own money on the side and this and
yeah.
that. And I
Oh
was
Yeah.
like,
Lord.
I would hope, you're able to take care of yourself if I wasn't here. And I would hope you would want me to be able to take care of myself if you wasn't here. So why wouldn't I make sure I had something
Yes.
on the
Well,
stove?
so do y'all think that that situation is that more of an issue for the woman or the man if he's paying a certain amount, he's paying the big bills, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
taking up all his money. And maybe you pay utilities or the side bills. When it comes down to, any issues that may come up, even though that was y'all's original arrangement, who do y'all think is gonna have a bigger issue with it? Or if the woman is making more money, do you think the woman is a problem, or do you think it's just the issue within the man?
If what now?
If the
If
woman
the
makes
woman
more
is
money, you
making
think the man is gonna have an issue?
If the woman's
I'm
making more,
asking.
the man gonna have.
Uh-huh.
It depends on type of man you're talking about. Because just like what we talked about before, like it's almost like this whole like demand and respect, or do you come in respect? Like everybody had a different flow to them. Everybody has a different swag about the way that they move. And if you're the type of man that you confident in a cardboard box, you know what I'm saying? Why would it matter?
Oh no, I'm not. We're not doing the cardboard box. Mm-mm. No.
I don't think that you will end up
Oh
there
wait,
anyway to
hold on,
put
Ty. You
everything.
gonna leave your man? Hold on now. You gonna leave your man if
You gonna
something
live in a
start going
cardboard
down?
box?
I'm asking you. You telling me? Are you gonna leave your man?
I'm not living in a cardboard box, is what I'm telling you.
So what's gonna happen? So I mean, life happens, right? So what,
Cardboard boxes don't. That is a tragic. That is tragedy right there. Now
it can
I understand he
happen.
was being facetious, so but
No,
I
but it could happen. You could be living a car for real. It happens to
well,
people.
so here's the thing. So I will never. Let me ask the chat the question. Men, what does that make you feel like when you and your family have to live in a car? Would you
I don't
ever
know.
allow it to get to a point where you and your family have to live in a car or just homeless? I won't even say you live in a car. You might be living, I don't know, with your homeboy, with your friends, your parents, your family, or whatever. What
I
is
don't think
that?
These men, they not gonna watch it for sure, because they already be leaving back in the whatever days, 70s, whenever. They couldn't stand to see. I don't want to see my child and my wife, hungry and starving. So I'm gonna leave the house. What's his name? James Baldwin. So they leaving the
Mm.
house. So they ain't gonna see him sleeping in a cardboard box. Either they gonna take care of him so they don't have to, or they just gonna leave or they ain't gonna look at it. They gonna close their eyes.
I'm gonna tell you, I think you're right about that in Allen, because it's one thing they say, right? It's something that they always say about, when it came to, why, some men aren't taking care of their kids because, because the women like welfare and they rather have welfare than them. But my argument is I don't know too many women that's picking welfare over a good man that's taking care of home.
Me
I don't
either.
know them.
But they act like it's
Now
a
the
big
chat might
deal.
know them, and that's cool. But I do not. They don't run in my family. I ain't, I don't know that conversation. It's just like, um, yeah, I'm kicking you out. I'm kicking I'm kicking this man out that's providing. He's protecting, providing,
Mhm.
doing all of the stuff that a man is supposed to do. I'm kicking him out because I want to get this powdered milk, this government cheese, the peanut butter that come in the white kit, this wig. Like because I'd rather be in the PJs
Yeah.
than to be in a home, in a house, or or something like that, apartment, something like. I'd rather be down there.
Doug says Adam Levine's wife is a real one too. She stayed when she found out that Adam was messing around with the IG women. Really?
That's a
That's a
real
real one. That's what they looking for. That's a real one.
one.
That's what we do.
That's
That's
a
what you gotta
real one. She
do to
real.
like get
Okay.
respect. You can't be out here working, trying to help at the house, none of that stuff. But if you
Yeah.
stay while they out here wilding out, you a real one.
You hold them
Y'all
down, you
heard
ride
it.
or die.
Doug said it first. Ashley Leanne. Ashley says, Doug. Adam Levine's wife isn't a real one. She's an idiot.
You
But
better tell them,
money
sis.
talks. You hear me? Money talks,
It
unfortunately.
does.
She
Yeah, that
had to stay.
threshold, that threshold for cheating, that goalpost, it go farther and farther and farther
You can't be broke and
down the
cheating.
field.
You
Uh,
cannot be
No,
broke
you
and
can't.
cheating.
you can't. You
No,
can't.
wasn't that one of
You,
TLA rules or no? It wasn't.
yeah, that
You
mean,
got to be
well,
paying most. He said
Hmm.
51%
Yeah,
of the
he
you
said
bill.
can't. Yeah, you
51%. I
can't
mean,
be.
that's not broke, but I'm saying, like, you got to do a little bit more. For me, you got to do a little bit more than that. And I
Yeah.
believe somebody said 95%. But you cannot be broke and cheating. You cannot like be asking me for money like that. Like,
And cheating.
and cheating. like
Yeah.
like cheating combined with some other things you just cannot be doing.
You
You
just
cannot be messing
cannot.
up the house money like that.
You cannot. You just going to ruin it for everybody. Keep yourself at home. Doug says, let's go. All is right in the world. Tyrese has arrived. Okay. David Carmina from the David Carmina show. He says, wow, you have to pay for silence. I mean, come on. Y'all don't want to
David,
pay
you
for
rather pay
dinner
for nails and
and hair
weave.
and babysitters.
That's and
That
babysitting.
blew my mind. That blew my mind. I did not know it was like that out here. Doug says, David, good to see you, my friend. David, Ty just got here. You already on her. Ty is running off men again.
That's what you think. See my mug today?
Again.
Y'all don't see my mug today.
What that say?
What does it say?
No broke thoughts. You saw it here first. No broke thoughts. Keep that broke mind to yourself. Doug says, women are here we go, Doug. It ain't even, we in the hour in. He says women are 50% more likely to divorce their husbands if they make more money than their husbands compared to women that make less. The
Yeah,
women that make less have to do what they are told,
that's
unfortunately.
it. Yeah,
You gotta pay the
that's
cost
what
to be
it.
the boss.
That's
You just,
it.
I
But I
mean,
will tell you, I if I made more money, considerably more money, right, than my husband, it's just all about. I just don't think I marry a man that would be an issue for. Like he would he would just be way too confident in who he is as a man to not allow whatever it is that I make be a factor in whether the relationship was like, and whether and how he took himself in a relationship.
I think that's how they kind of trying to get it, the modern women to expand their dating pool. I feel like that's what the movement is, because the high value man, he'll date a woman, you know, who's making nothing or making $10 an hour or whatever. They said the high value women or the modern women, you want men that make more than you, and you make a lot. They like, no, you need to give our $45,000 dudes a chance. But it's like, how can y'all tell us what to do? Because I mean, if we making that kind of money, we probably hanging around people like that,
He don't
men
gotta
like
make
that,
more than me. He just gotta be able to take care of that, take care of all the bills in the house.
and
But
be
I'm gonna
okay
be
with
able to
what he
do
got.
so too.
I
Yes,
follow
and
a YouTuber, Raven Elise. She had like 2 million subscribers. Her channel, I mean, she a younger. I think she's 29 years old. Make $1 million. She got it going on, and she can't find a man, even if he robbed her at her front door. Like she would legit like, and she's talked about this openly. She's talked about it on TikTok. She's a beautiful girl. She like 5'10", just she got it going on. Can't find a man. And it's this mismatch when it comes to money, because it's really like who she's supposed to find?
right.
But
Who?
who's been coming to her door? Because I'm pretty sure the men are probably, if you
No, if you follow her, you
nobody is
understand.
approaching
These
her.
dudes are trash. She pays for these men. Not well. Let me. Not like uniform, but like you know, this one guy that she was dating on her channel. Like if you go through her videos, she has a podcast. She talked about how the dude had a whole girlfriend the whole time they was together. She was the one that was begging him for the relationship the entire time. She was like so excited to have somebody. She immediately put him on the channel. Remember, I said this girl got 2 million subscribers. At the time, it might have been around 1 million subscribers, right? Hear me and hear me good. Do you know her boyfriend that had this side girl? And of course, the girl is really popular. So it's no way that the girlfriend don't know who she is, right? You know somebody that watches this girl's channel. The man all on the channel, and they doing the little pranks and stuff. Do you know this no good man got on Beyonce's internet with this woman, and in behind closed doors was like, so how much am I gonna get paid on these videos?
Hold up, God, hold up. You have to say that in plain. I'm sorry.
The
So he
man
asked her,
was she's dating a man.
and he asked her how much she was
She
going to
got
pay him.
all excited and remember, like I said, I mean, she up here, so it's hard for her to find guys. So they start dating, and she all excited, and she's like pushing, want a relationship. Whole time he got a real girlfriend at the house, right? So finally he on the video, they together, because she told him, "Oh, we could be a power couple," and she said that's something that she regrets saying now to this day. She said that he started coming on her channel, and they started doing, the little couple pranks and stuff or whatever. And the man behind the scenes that she done begged to be her boyfriend and come visit me, because they lived in 2 different cities in Texas, and begging him. He got behind closed doors and was like, so how much you gonna pay me for these videos?
Oh,
Like, what's my cut?
oh,
It is hard when you got money, you make more money. Like, what she's supposed now, $1 million, that's a little bit of a different, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But who she's supposed to date? Athletes? Like,
Yeah.
Let these people tell it. She's supposed to be dating the kind of dude that asked her for money.
that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. Like, men be on some like, oh, you should date somebody you compatible with, and that's what you get. Like, and again, like, it is severely incongruent if you're talking about she makes $1 million and then you got your little 45, 50, $75,000 or whatever. Like, that is a tremendous gap. You know what I mean? Like, those are very different zip codes, all right?
Yeah.
She's independent. She doesn't need anybody for anything. She takes care of her family at 20 something years old.
These
She
men want to be taken care of.
struggles to get a man. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. Never. But the
That's,
man, that's what she gets. And she talks about on TikTok. She's like, yo, I can't get one. Where I'm supposed to get one? Where's this magical man?
they say,
They in the
you need to
chat.
be They in the chat. Then they gonna be asking for money because they know how many subscribers she got.
Not the
Not
David
her chat.
Carmina show. This
He's
fool.
like, what? David, you sound like common sense now.
Yeah, you hear they go
But
talking
that
about
was a part of her
CashApp.
argument too. She like, okay, so like if I'm like, hey, let's go to, and it don't even have to be nothing extravagant. Let's go to Hawaii.
It's on her.
It's on her. You know what I'm
He-
saying? Like,
yeah.
even if he made this magical six figures number, because they were like, oh, you made six figures. Well, we're on a continuum. Are you at the 101 or are you at the
The
999?
99. Right, right,
You
right.
know, right?
That's a
Well, I
big
made six
difference.
figures, you know. So like money does matter, but then when you really genuinely get a person, what, like I said, she's the woman, she makes all the money, and she's like, well, I'll date anybody, you know, I'm not, you know, it's fine. I love me some Raven, and it really like it's very sobering to see that she's this beautiful, uber popular, super paid woman, and she just collecting the trash. Like it just is awful.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think it matters how much money a woman makes.
No.
She's gonna always encounter some trash men.
True.
I'm
I
not saying
mean,
all
all
men
of
are
them
trash.
know.
I'm
Every
not saying all men are
man.
trash,
I
No,
think
and
the
for
more
her,
you make on the
everyone.
higher end,
but I'm, it's, I'm looking at some very like high profile women who've been married and divorced before. And you can, I'm not gonna, nah, some of them been trash, like Wendy Williams' husband, T Rash, even what's his name? Mary J. Blige's husband, ex-husband, T Rash. Um, who else is out there? Like
I think.
there's been some like,
Do you think it depends on when they get together, at what stage of their life and career and money?
what do you do? I depend.
Like if you get
What is?
together in college, or if like with Mary J. Blige,
Mhm.
her husband was her manager, and then she had that big breakthrough album, whatever, whichever one that was. But
Mm-hmm.
do you think it matters when you meet the man? Because if you like get the money, you come into the money, and y'all already together, do you think they have a better chance of survival? Or if you meet a man where you're already making money?
I think it does. I think it matters to an extent, right? It just depends on what type of man you meet and you know what I mean. Like if I met a man in college and we got together, and then as we grew, I'm amassed, $1 million, right? And he's still at his 6-figure, $100,000 job. I mean, that's a different level of, I don't want to say respect, but that's a different than versus I have $1 million already, and then here comes this man with his $100,000 what's his name. But I always feel like it's how it's the way, like I'm looking at like Nicki Minaj, right? Her husband, was in jail. He was locked up. I don't know how much money he made prior to meeting her. But I'm pretty sure Nicki made way more than
Mhm.
he did, like way more than he did. And so far, I don't necessarily see it when it comes to their relationship. I'm talking about all the other stuff on that's happening with
Right.
him, and all.
Mhm.
I'm talking about
Mhm.
so far with their relationship. I don't necessarily know if I've seen her anything about any like kinks in that. Y'all heard anything about him cheating or her being unhappy with like with their
I mean, she got
relationship?
her baby. I thought that's what she wanted.
I mean, the baby old now, and
I know, but I kind of thought that was the
they
motive. I
still
thought that's
together.
what she wanted.
I think
Oh,
that
she could have got that from me.
his outside life,
Mm,
kind of pigeonholes them. It's like
it
he
definitely.
better not be doing nothing else. He better not.
Mhm.
He
Well,
I
who
mean, he
Wasn't
better
it
not.
house arrest?
We already
I mean,
accepted
I would
that.
say the same thing for. I would say the same thing for anybody else that dates somebody that has. I mean, depending on what you bet
It
not be out here in
depends
the
on the
streets being
record now. It
trash.
depends on what it is. He can't do nothing else. He
Like,
better not.
what you mean?
I
He
mean,
can't do
like,
that. Like,
what is you say, we can't overlook his charges or whatever.
oh
Not
yeah, but
that.
I'm talking about like as far as like outside of the charges and everything like that. I'm talking about you saying like he can't go and cheat.
He better not.
Yeah, and I would say the same thing for any other man that's married to, a woman with you. I know you not cheat. I know you just ain't fumbled a bag like that.
Yeah, but he especially better not.
No, he bet not.
Yeah.
Can do bet not had Wendy Williams' husband bet not had, but they did.
But that just goes to show. So okay, so when we start talking about does money make a difference, they still gonna do what they gonna do no matter what.
True.
They gonna do what they gonna do no matter what is at stake. It don't matter. They still gonna get out here and cut the fool.
Doug
Why?
says both men and women are more likely to cheat if the woman makes more money than
Y'all,
the man. He said hey, both gonna cheat. Both of them.
y'all
What
just
y'all
don't
think
know.
about that?
Y'all don't know the loyalty. I feel like sometimes men don't really know the loyalty that women have to them.
They don't.
Yeah.
Like honestly, in
They
order,
don't.
like you know what I mean. Like I feel like when a woman is like in love with you and she likes you and she didn't, whatever, baby, you got her.
Yeah.
Honestly, if
Mhm.
she cheats, it ain't because of how much money she's making. If
Mhm.
that's how, if the woman is
I think
cheating,
that's true.
I don't
Right.
think it has anything to do with how much money she's making. I think it has everything to do with what you're not doing for her or what she's not getting out of you.
Yes.
I don't. Women are. I mean, especially. Listen, you just somebody just posted in there that some what's the name? Adam Levine's wife is a real one. He didn't cheat and not, you know what I'm saying, and she stuck around. I'm telling you, women are very, very loyal when it comes to
Mhm.
their man. It's going to take a lot for a woman to cheat if she's, regardless how much money you make.
Yes. Welcome, Mastermind T. Welcome. She says exactly to one of our
Exactly.
points from earlier. Welcome to the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast. Doug says the David Carmina show. You're a real one, brother. You have to be able to make enough to support a woman fully, multiple if need be able to pay 100% of the bills
That's
for
right.
you and all
Okay.
your concubines. Is that what he said?
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay. So does that mean that if you meet a woman that is too far above your level, then you just gonna be like, this ain't it for me, and you just gonna walk away? Is that what we're saying?
Is it?
Is that what we're saying? Because if that's what we're saying, then if a woman's like, you don't make enough, then that makes it fair game for us to be like, yeah, that ain't it.
Mm.
Hmm?
Tell us. Let us know in the chat. For y'all high value being in the chat, we know y'all out there. We know y'all here. And welcome to the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast. If you would date a woman making more money than you, put a one in the chat
And I'm
if
not
you have no
talking
problem
about
with
no
that.
little $20,000. We
Yeah,
talking about
double it,
real
double it,
money.
We talking about
We not
women that
talking
double
about
it.
no little chunk. We talking
Yes.
about a for real.
double it.
Like I said,
Yeah,
Raven
Yes.
Elise got 2 million subscribers. The girl makes
Yes.
$1 million easy. You would never know it if you looked at it though. She don't wear the red bottom. She don't got the back. She a schmegler, regular schmegler, Target shopping girl.
Nice
She
girl.
might drop $1,000 when she go to the Target, but that's not
baby,
the
she
point.
buying at Target,
You
baby.
see what I mean?
Yes.
That's her vice, but
Yes.
she a regular girl. Now you might, I mean, would you still feel like, okay, let me try and go ahead? Or would you be like, you know what? She got this 5,000 square foot house. I can't keep up. Would you walk away?
Yes. One in the chat if you could stay. Two in the chat if you like deuces to her. She
Well,
doing too
they
much.
say when we make money that we get it, we get a little too.
Do we get the two or do they get the two?
I don't know, girl. They said, when women make a lot of money, they got a little attitude that come with them. They got a little I don't need you, and
It's
you know, you got to
the I
pay like
don't
you weigh type attitude. They don't like it, girl.
You can't because you can't do all the stuff you want to do when somebody can take care of themselves. Y'all need to sit down somewhere. We've said it 1,000 times before. Close them. Close them legs. Stay in the house, man. Sit yourself down somewhere. Whether the woman making more money or not. That is it. That's the they're like, oh
See,
look, girlfriend. You
that right
you
there
got too
was
much money, you got attitude. No, I don't.
that right there was attitude. You know that, right? You know you just gave them
You can't talk back, you can't say nothing. And you can't listen.
attitude. I
That's
mean, how
it.
y'all feel about you? Do you? I know you ladies. What you ladies are college trained women, well educated. you make a significant amount of money, maybe more than a lot of than the average. I will say that the average income in the Black community, you definitely make considerably more than that. Do you got like a little attitude? Do you feel like you got an attitude because you got a degree and some money?
What about you, Joy?
I got a swag.
What's your swag, girl? I see it with the hat, girl. You
It's,
better come through today.
I mean, it's confidence though. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you are coming to a situation, relationship or union, whatever, right? If you coming in knowing or having a confidence of like, I got this on my own or whatever it is, you may not be subjected or subject to falling for just anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to feel compelled to put up with certain things if that person isn't meeting your needs, wants, and desires. So, yeah.
What about you? What about you and Allen?
Do I have attitude? I don't have an attitude. I don't listen.
You wouldn't listen if you didn't have the money, right?
No, I just don't listen anyway. I'm joking. I mean,
No.
I don't
No,
listen.
you say that every time.
I don't listen.
I don't listen.
You don't listen.
I don't. I don't listen all the time because I don't know what anybody's trying to tell me. And that's probably part of the problem too. What are you trying to tell me? Nobody has told me yet. Yeah, I asked this same question every episode as well. What are you trying to tell me? If I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, why is anybody trying to tell me something that I need to be listening to?
Let me. I'll, it's hilarious. What are you trying to tell me?
What
That
are
I
they trying
don't.
to tell me? I'm cleaning up. I'm trying to cook. As many days as I can. I'm not cooking 7 days a week. I'm making costumes. I already told y'all that.
I
I'm
know,
trying to be a
girl.
wife, trying to be a halfway decent shape. I'm doing all that. And I work too. What are you telling me? You need to find some busy work because I'm busy.
Because I'm busy. I'm busy taking care of home.
Yeah. What are you telling me? Stuff I'm already doing now. That's gonna make me have an attitude. That's the quick way to get the attitude. If you trying
Girl,
to tell
you
me
could
stuff
be
I'm
in the
already doing,
kitchen. You could be in the kitchen frying chicken right then and there, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, she don't even cook like that."
and then
And
I'm
you'll
gonna
be
lose it.
like,
I'm gonna lose it.
"Frying the chicken right now."
The smoke gonna be coming out my ears.
I will say this. I don't even think it's, I was being facetious with the degrees and the money, but I think a woman has a certain level of confidence when she knows she can
Swag.
take care, swag, she can take care of herself. Now, you can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it modern woman, you can call it INDEP. You can call it all of that, but I think every woman should be able to have a means to take care of herself. And that's whatever level of money it takes to do that for her. And I just feel like you have a certain confidence about you when you're like, you know what? If don't nobody else in the world got me, I got me.
That's it.
Right? Like if if he don't come, if he don't like it, if he, whatever, I still have me. And I think a lot of men get that confidence confused with an attitude or being non-compliant, not in Allen's case, I would say not listening, but I think it's just like, no, because I know I'm able to take care of myself. Then that means, when I'm looking for a mate, it just puts me in a position to want you more, right? I don't want you for your money because I can take care of myself, right? I'm looking for whatever's going on inside, in between those two ears, in between your heart and all that other stuff, right? But you rather me not be able to take care of myself so that I need to be dependent on you so that when I find you and you pull me out the Foot Locker, right? You pull me out the Foot Locker, you train me to be this wife, right? Or be whatever it is that you want me to
Train you.
be.
What you say? Oh, what you
Listen
talking
to
about?
me.
What?
And you
Getting on the
train me to
program.
be, I get on your program and you train me to be who you want me to be. complimentary to you, and then all of a sudden it's a glitch in the system, and then one day I wake up and I'll be like, oh, I just want to like be able to take care of myself. Still love you though, but all of a sudden now I have a confidence about myself because now I'm able to take care of myself, and that makes you think that I have an attitude, and now we beefing, and all of a sudden I'm part of the 70% of women that's initiating the divorce, and then you get mad when I go to court because I've been dependent on you for all of these years. You've been providing me a lifestyle for all of these years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been holding you down, having your kids, doing all this for all of these years because I'm dependent on you. And then you mad when I go to court and I say, please run me some alimony.
Okay.
Money.
So
I'm just saying.
okay, no, I know. I just okay. I will say this. You said like talking about like the swag of I don't I want you, I don't need you, whatever. Doug said something earlier that I kind of want to go back to when he was talking about what he say, spiritual, physical, and monetary. I think is what he said,
Financial.
something like that. But it was the it's so much more to needing a man or the man needing the woman, if that's even allowed. Um, that's outside of money. Like I know that's what we're
Yes.
talking about now. But while someone can be independent, and again, I want to use extremes because I just y'all ain't gonna drag me on this good March the 1st.
Girl, the dragon is
Um,
coming. The
Yes.
dragon is
That's a
near.
part of the show.
you know, even though that girl, has the subscribers, the popularity, and all of the things, there are still unmet needs that are there. There is still a level of support that even though that man don't make $1 million or don't make $500,000, he could still, you know what I'm saying, like provide. You know what I'm saying? It whether it be advice, ideas. He might have management strengths that she doesn't have. In you can add value a lot of different ways. Like, and
Yes.
I don't think that gets talked about enough.
Yeah.
Um, for me, yeah, okay, I could check the boxes or whatever. Like I said, it gets boring after a while. Like, okay, like I be telling my single friends, like, you better hold on to them, man. You don't want this life. Like, and I say that out screaming from the rooftops. I tell everybody that. And I mean that. What I am gonna say though, it gives me freedom and flexibility not to feel like I gotta grab onto and hold the first thing that come walking across me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, okay, whatever. However, I will also add to that though, in me being able to be so independent and all of the things, there has been growth opportunities, or there has been dilemmas, or there have been situations that I just needed an additional person for, just to give me freedom and flexibility to do different things, to try different things, it just to explore other parts of me and who I am. So yeah, like I think that carries a lot of value in being able to allow your partner to explore things that they might like, or jobs, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shout out to my teachers or whatnot, but that was not the life for me because I couldn't live the life that I wanted. It just wasn't gonna happen. Like, there was no mathematical equation that was gonna let that happen. And so I said, you know what? I love the children. I still do. And still right now to this day, I'm still trying to figure out, like, how do I get back to kids in a way that, I can still get that emotional joy without having to clock in and out every day. And I'm not really able to kind of explore those different opportunities and some of the ideas that I have because I don't have that other person there to support me. So value and support, it looks a lot of different ways, regardless of the monetary dynamic between the two people in a relationship.
I agree. I agree.
I already know because I can see the chat, but what are they saying in the chat?
We got lovely Aquarius. This is a new person in the chat. They said, are we in costume tonight? We still in the money green. Y'all see what time it is. We have 50 shades of green tonight. Y'all see what we got. Welcome, lovely Aquarius, to the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast. We have in the kitchen with Terry. She says, "Good
Hey,
evening,
Terry.
ladies. Good evening, ladies. Good evening, Terry." David says, "To high value men, we don't care how much the woman makes."
We know.
Okay, so high
Unless she makes
value,
more than you.
We know.
the high value. I mean, we that's not like money, right? It's not always the money, right? Can men be? They can be high value without making the money, can they?
To us, but I think it was defined that a high I think it was defined in this space that a high value man makes 6 figures. He's
6 feet
tall.
tall.
He's tall.
Oh, just tall.
He has a network of other high value men.
Okay.
Um, and I can't remember the rest, child.
The other 6 inches. Okay, Real Bravado Network says, right. When you are fine, the trash always runs to the front of the line for your attention. But you have to spend the time vetting. It's hard, but so what? That, oh Lord, yeah, I am not ready to be back out here
That's why I
like
said, like,
dating.
I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, I get it, right? I'm pretty sure there are a lot of men who are approaching the lady you were talking about, Joy, right? They just may not be of, what she's looking for, but I'm pretty sure her DMs is probably lit.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot, like Roberado says, like, you'll get a lot of trash coming. I'm sure men get a lot of trash that, with them being what is it, high value, they probably get a lot of trash that comes to their door
But I
too.
think we define trash differently.
Did we?
Men and women define trash
Oh,
differently.
but yeah, men and women are different, so
Now, what
everything.
is trash to a man?
What is trash to a
Um,
man? Yeah.
no, never mind.
What is it? Because
What
either
is it?
way,
The
they said,
box? Is
Huh?
it the box? Is that what we define trash as? Like
No,
when you're a
it's
man, if
you.
y'all don't care about her education, if y'all don't care
nope,
about how much money she made, if y'all don't
nope,
care about her job, if y'all, I
nope.
mean, we're like, so what? What is it? What's
It's her attitude.
Some of them got bad attitudes though, and they still be. They say they're a hit. Ain't that what they say?
I know.
no? Because they be liking the women that's gonna bust the windows out your car and flatten your tires. That's when you know she really like you.
Okay, because we are having a passion. That's passion.
That,
We over here trying to be
You
civil,
know,
and
you
talk
done
it out
did
with them. Like
something
you
if
got to
she
be
busting
paying
the
it up.
windows out your car.
no, that's how you know she really into you.
Yes, she is serious about her bag.
Mhm.
David says, support these ladies. Hit the like button. Hit the like for these ladies, guys. Hit it for us one time. And those of you who haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. Get us to 1,000 subs. Thank you. In the kitchen with Terry says, Nikki's husband better sit. Okay.
Nobody.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, I was just talking. I wasn't even speaking on the charges. I was just speaking about like not even the
Nikki
dynamics of the
might come for
relationship.
us. I feel like she be coming for people on YouTube. She like
Who?
Cardi B, Nicki Minaj.
Oh, she do.
Doug says, thanks for being here supporting the show. Ty, I thought you were ride or die like in Allen.
I
I did
am.
not say
No,
I was ride or die either.
No, I'm
but
ride or die.
I
you're
she
not gonna
is. Ty is
you ain't
ride or
gonna be
die. I'm
riding in
not
that
riding
car.
like that.
Huh?
No, you said you ain't down like 4 flat tires in that car. You said you was like, no, I can't do it.
Ty's not gonna stay in a cardboard box, and
Ty,
I'm not going to jail for him.
What would that be? What kind of wife would I be if I encourage us living in a car or a cardboard box?
what you mean encourage?
You're not encouraging it.
Being okay.
She said things happen. That's what they say.
What kind of wife would I be knowing that you're a man with more potential than that? And I am not pushing you to your greatest potential, right? What kind of wife would I be if I'm not motivating you so that we are not in a car or
But
we are
that's a
not
part of the
in a
millionaire
cardboard box?
story, right?
Huh?
Like that's a part of that millionaire archetype story, right? When they do these stories, there's always a part of the story where they're like, I lived in my car for 3 years. They
Oh,
I
always,
was
girl.
homeless at some point.
always,
Oh, all these men done had a struggle. They got everybody
always.
got a story. Yeah. But what kind of wife would I be if I be like if I'm not motivating you to not even get us to the car? To not even get us to the cardboard box. What kind of woman would I be? I don't motivate you.
If you got the
I'm not into
money,
you.
what are you doing with your money if we living in a cardboard box? If the husband like out of money, out of work, out of whatever situation, and I got money, And I'm still gonna let us go live in a box.
And that's another point I made. I said, and so the guy was like, well, what, what if, he come on hard times or whatever. I said, you think I'm going to let us live, my family live in a cardboard box? Would you, like, if I make considerably more than you think I'm just be like, oh, that's my money, you supposed to be paying the mortgage? Are you crazy?
Are there women out there like that? Because they keep talking like it is.
I don't know. I don't know,
Definitely
girl.
like that.
I don't know. I haven't
Definitely.
I haven't dated anyone that. Well, let me not. Never mind. Because then
Because
somebody gonna
we get
come
to
back
talking.
and be like, she dated me, and I'll be like, yeah, but I was like 21.
Well, the men, they talk about it all the time. They just be left with their dog.
They say the
Yeah.
dog is loyal, girl. They say the
They
dog
just
is.
be left with the
A dog,
dog. They be like,
a
my
dog
wife
is
left
loyal.
me. Got the kid. They just be with their dog.
These
They
women be
like their
filing
dogs,
for
though.
divorce. Leave these men homeless, Jesus. My sexy is strong says it takes a lot for the average woman to cheat.
Yes,
It does.
yes,
It
yes.
does.
You like,
It
I
does.
say that all the time. And for me, if I like this man, if I'm into this man, if I love this man, I want to be with this man. Honestly, I am like, I'm tunnel vision, right? And if anything, it's not like, men get distracted, right? You never trust a big button to smile, whatever, right? Women don't get distracted like that. When they are in on a man, they are locked in until this man like shifts whatever their vision is, whether he did something, whether he, whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna say his lack of doing something could be the reason why she's not engaged in that anymore. It takes a lot for a woman to go out here and cheat. That who is in love with you. Now you dating a woman that don't like you, and you call her cheating. What y'all tell us? We gotta vet better. She ain't like you like that.
She didn't.
She
She
ain't.
didn't. They don't realize that that's a thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't be liking men sometimes.
But a lot of men like, especially high value men. A lot of them like to lead with the
The
wallet.
wallets.
When
But
you leave with the wallet,
I don't understand the women that can look a man in the face, go out with him, date him, kiss on him, and they don't like, oh my God, the
oh, that's a
idea
different.
just makes me cringe.
That's
I would,
a breed. That's another
I,
show, girl.
I could never.
It's not even another show because that's Black China, right? Because I don't think she
Right?
necessarily loved Rob Kardashian like
She
that.
didn't. She didn't care nothing about him.
But somebody said earlier that was just the get back.
That was some good get back. I ain't gonna lie to
It
you.
was.
Hold on now.
She owed them.
Men, don't listen. That was some good get back.
That was
Let's
a
be
She
get
honest.
back,
owed them.
right?
She owed them. She owed them that.
Ooh,
And her child, the
I was
only
like,
one
she
that's
is
a Kardashian.
oh.
And they say hell hath no fury.
Oh Lord,
Her
she said,
child
"You
is the
take my
only
man,
one
I'm
that's
gonna
a
take your
Kardashian.
brother."
The only
But
one.
you right. Her child, the only one that got the
Oh, her
name.
child is the only one. The
Mm,
rest of them, whatever, Disick, whatever, Thompson,
mhm.
whoever, West.
With
Her child is the only one that's a Kardashian. Let her have got a
But
boy
they
out of
said
there.
that Chris Jenner went and trademarked her name.
It don't matter. It's still hers though. That's still her child. They ain't take her.
Mm, mm.
trademark what?
That's
Jenner or Kardashian?
Dream
no, she
Kardashian,
trademarked
whatever her
Dream's
name is.
name.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, because Black China's mom was all upset. You know how she be getting
don't
on
nobody
that
don't
green
you
tea.
listen. You can't talk about no
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Green
Okay,
tea
because
on her.
Tokyo be with it, okay?
She
Because
get
she
she be
ready.
ranting, honey, but she was very, very upset
But
about
what
that.
I'm saying is,
But
yes, there are
still,
women out here who will look you
she
dead in
did.
your face, who will play that role, who will be all of that, and you will think
Yeah.
because you will think, and it's a lot of men that will think that this
Mhm.
woman will be, and this is no disrespect to El Guapo because I truly believe in what he said about him and his wife, but she will go the whole mile, and tell you, and you will and have you believing that she would go with you to the cardboard box until the cardboard box get there. And then all of a sudden you like, what? Or I mean,
These women got game.
these
I'm
women
gonna
got
say. A
game.
lot of them got game.
They got game. But like
They
I
got
said,
game. We be slacking
I
up on our
in
game,
the
catching feelings and stuff.
then to be fair and to be respectful, I believe, between, El Guapo and his wife, I believe they have something real there. So I'm not
Yeah,
even trying to
not them.
discredit
Some
them.
of these women got
But some
game though.
Black
Some of
China got game.
yes, it did. Yes, it did.
She did security. You can talk about Rob Carter. You can call him a simp. You can call him whatever you want to call him, but
I'll never forget when that thing came across the shade room on my phone, honey. I was like, oh my God. That was,
She's like,
I
I
mean,
beg your pardon. I can't hear
that was
you. I beg your
classic.
pardon.
Mm,
Yes, cashed them out real quick. Real
mm,
quick. She
And
has
he
nose
fell
wide
for it
open.
though.
His
He
nose was wide
fell for
open.
it.
Yes.
How
Yes.
did he fall for that?
because he wanted to be loved. He
He ain't
wanted
never
to have
had
somebody. He
nobody.
wanted to have Black China. She was Black China. She was supposed to be Nicki Minaj's, look-alike, right? And she was Black China.
Oh,
So
She gave me everything he wanted, whatever it was. You know how like on Harlem Nights, it's like call your mama, tell her I ain't coming home.
yeah,
It's like tell your mama I ain't coming home.
exactly.
She gave him his life.
He probably should listen to his sisters, but they don't like to listen to women.
Mm. Real Bravado Network says, don't say they. These dumpster fire men are not a representation of me or most men. Wait, what loyalty? If she monkey branches, then it's his fault.
They keep saying they call it monkey. I call it monkey bar, but they call it monkey branch. It's like you holding on to the last while you get the next one,
mm.
right?
I mean, I ain't saying it's okay, but
It'd
people
be
don't
no
really.
reason for me to monkey bar if the last one is good.
It's got both hands on it.
Yeah, I'll just be swinging,
Just swing
swinging on
here,
that bar,
yeah.
that one
I'm gonna just
bar.
hang on that one,
I'll
yeah.
do flips. I remember I used to do flips in the playground.
Yeah,
I'll be doing
yes,
flips over that
indeed. I be
bar.
have my legs hanging up there, and I be hanging
Right.
out at the bottom.
I'll be hanging
I'm
upside down on
secure. I'm
that
secure
bar. I'll be doing all kind of stuff. Oh,
on that
mommy,
one bar.
look,
Yeah.
no hands.
I don't even
Oh.
know what's in front of me. I don't even know if this is another bar or not because I'm so like content on
Cause
this
this
one.
bar is so steady, it's so stable, it's so solid, it ain't going nowhere. Like this is my
Yes.
bar, and I'm gonna take care of it. Take care of my
Right.
bar.
Right. Rufado says one, I would marry her. He say, what her money got to do with I don't know what do you been say on there.
That's what I'm saying. It takes a different kind of man to be like, I don't care. A lot of men say they don't care until they see that money. Until they see it in action, right? They like, oh, I
She
don't
got
care
too
how
many
much money she
packages coming to
makes.
the house.
What Doug say?
Till I got too many packages coming to the house, and they're like, "What all
right
that?"
into the Amazon. All of a sudden, you like, hold up, my ring is going off. Everything, I got all these packages that you like, what you ordering? Stuff for
She
the
got
house.
money.
You
Yeah.
got money.
I tell guys to avoid dating women that make more money than them. Most women will not support a man long term. They say they would, but don't really know until they are in the situation.
It's not supporting a man when a man is making his own. He can take care of himself, and he is, providing, for the family, and that provision can look any type of way. Joy just said you can be a value to someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be monetarily, but if this man can't even take care of himself, then it's going to be a problem,
Yeah, it's gonna be a
right?
problem for him anyway.
Judge Toller, y'all know Judge Lynn Toller. I think
George,
she's a
Judge
divorce
Lee.
support.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about that. Her husband, he passed away recently. And she shared a story where she talked about how if it wasn't for him, I think his name was Eric, like if it wasn't for his support, she wouldn't be who she is now. He was like, I don't know what it was, but he saw something in her and believed in the dream. And he was willing to stop what he had going on to support her and her dreams so that she could, go into becoming a judge and, just getting on a radar where she would be able to have a syndicated show and look at their life now. You know what I mean? But she said she was like, a lot of people was like, why would you want him and whatever. She even said, she was like, I guess the young girls, they call it being a pick me. She said, but I don't care. She said that man was everything she could have ever wanted from anybody. And because, like I said, it was a gap in money. She had it, but he was like, nah, babe, you got it. Like, you tell me, how can I support you? And that's how they rolled that thing. So
He
Yeah.
was a good man,
It's
Savannah.
about
good
knowing.
man.
I think we said it before. It's about knowing who's best at what, right? And if you see that what she's doing is better for the family unit, I'm not saying that, you just, drop everything but if it's one of those situations where she needs all hands on deck because this is going to catapult our family, then why not, right? It's a lot of women, like entertainers. I'm just thinking about singers specifically, who have men behind the scenes, men that they're married to, who are the managers of their career. They're not the spotlight. They're, they are not that. They are the ones saying, no, you make sure you get my wife's good angle, because that's when she's whatever, right? They're like, no, you know what I'm saying? We've seen it throughout history that, a lot of women who would, make a lot of money always has some type of man behind. Now listen, I ain't saying they were all I ain't saying they were Ike Turner or nothing like that. I mean, you know what I
Oprah and
mean? But
Stedman.
huh?
Oprah and
Stedman, you know what I'm
Stedman.
saying? But there's some good men and there's just been some toxicity, right? But like, it just happens where they allow the woman to be in the forefront, allow her to, like, even listen, we can go today. I'm looking at Jay now. Jay in his own right is a billionaire, so I get it, right?
But he definitely fall back to her.
But when was last time Jay had an album? And Jay is my that's my favorite. So hold that's it. B pushing out an album. She got a tour coming up. You know what I mean? Like, he could very well put out albums. He can do all that, but he's like, like, my wife is got the whole job. Like, you know what I mean?
But that's where that confidence come into play that we're
It's that
talking about
confidence. Like, I
earlier.
don't, you know what I mean?
I think it helps so that he has a billion.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about ASAP and Rihanna.
So okay, hold up. Let's talk about it. Did y'all see that? I can't remember what it was, but they basically were talking about I think it was a Vogue cover where they talked about how the cover emasculated him. She was out front, he was in the back, kissing on the baby. They felt like it was a little bit too maternal for a man, and she was out kind of like her shoulders back, chest out, whatever. And they was like, I can't believe that they would do that man like that. It's like, well, man, you know what I'm saying?
It's so bad. It's so that
One.
the media is messed up when you tell a man he's being too much, like he's being too loving to his child. I mean, that's wild to me. Like a black man can just not love his child. And if you love your child too much, you're being maternal, right? So there's that, off of a picture, off of a still photo, right? And you talk about this picture that's about, like, the Vogue article was about Rihanna,
right?
Yeah. So she could really did that whole cover
Without
by
him or
herself,
the baby, right?
without him or the baby, right? But I don't know who made the decision for her to be like, no, this is my family. I want to bring, both of them on. And then, I looked at the cover before I saw it all dissected, and she's in the front and bold shoulders. When I looked at the cover, I was like, I saw it before all of that. You better pull it up.
That's right here. Y'all see right
Yeah,
here.
I saw it before all of the dissection that you see there on the left, right? And I was just like, that's cool, right? Because that's a man who has his money, has his in his own right. Now, he doesn't have billionaire money like Rihanna, right? But he ain't no slouch.
No.
You know what I mean?
They're together.
Yeah.
And they together. No, they're not married, but they're together. Like, she could have very well been like, no, this is my article. This is about me. I'm doing the Super Bowl. Forget, him. He could be holding the baby behind the camera. But no.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something about these photo shoots with these husbands and these kids. They gotta hold them children. If you want the kids in the pictures, they gotta hold them, because a lot of times it's like too much drama. You be the sweat of your hair and your makeup. It's like, get them. We want to be all in the picture together, but it's way easier for them to hold them. I'm gonna just tell you, just from experience. But I don't see nothing wrong with it. And these men be. I said, one of these days we all gonna come to an agreement. I said it before. These men be wanting these kids. They be wanting them children.
Oh,
These women ain't just have these kids because they like to have them. They having them kids because the men want these children. Now I
These men
see
want
it.
these children.
They
Let me
want
tell
them
you,
kids. The men want
it's
them children. They asking for them. They giving them to you when you didn't ask for them. They want some more. Even if they know it's not a good
They
situation.
be, they say women trap, but whoo, I just seen some
Them
trap
men be,
stars. You hear me?
I'm telling you, these men be wanting
High
these
value
kids.
trap stars too.
What? They might have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. 50 Cent said that. Have a baby
They
by
some
me,
high
baby.
value trap stars.
They want them kids. Y'all here. I'm saying it right here today. These men, I'm saying it again. These men want these kids. If we
Yeah,
ask a
and you
lot of these
gotta
women where them
beware.
children came from, somebody asked them for them. Somebody said they have my baby. They want them babies.
And
They
I'm gonna
want them
say this:
kids.
if you a modern woman, you really gotta beware of those high value trap stars, right?
Okay.
Because they don't necessarily want you for whatever they don't want you for, right? Maybe you got an attitude, boo, right? But baby, they want you to have their child,
Oh
right? They
yes.
need an heir because you're a modern woman, so you're educated, so they know that you're gonna put education
They want your
first, right?
genes.
You got
They
money, so they know that you're gonna take care of the child. You have a grooming that they want their child to
yes.
to have,
Yes.
right? Now, I'm not
Yes.
saying they ain't gonna drop it off in the PJs. They probably will, and they probably not gonna claim it, Carmelone. But
But yours, high value woman,
you high value woman
they be holding
with
baby
no
on the cover of
kids,
Vogue for you.
educate, oh, not high, modern woman. These trap stars, these high value trap stars, they looking
Yes.
for you, and you need to watch out, girl.
You heard it here
You
first.
gotta watch out,
Yeah, I heard it here first. Now we
Molly.
putting
You
it
in
on
danger,
out
girl,
there. Yes.
Mm,
You
mm.
gotta
because they
protect
are out
yourself.
there, and I say that because I know it. Because I
Yes.
know it. They
Yes.
don't want to be in a relationship with you. They not trying to marry for whatever. You got an attitude. You make too much money. You got a
You
job. You
don't
got a
listen.
career. That's what they saying, right? That's what they saying, right? You do too much. You're not getting on their program, but they will definitely drop a seed off with you because they know the seed is going to be taken care of, and you make
Um,
a lot of money, so you're not going to get a lot of child support, my love. You make as much as they do, so you're not going to get a lot of child support.
they want them jeans and they
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 do.
want them ass. Y'all heard it
They
here
want to make sure
first.
the
Yeah,
kids are taken
you
care of.
not gonna hear this anywhere else on YouTube. You heard it here first. Be
Think I'm
careful.
lying?
Check.
What's the stat
What's the
on that?
stat?
What's the stat
What's
on
the
Give
stat?
that?
me
What's the
What's
that.
the
stat
stat?
on the high value trap
Yes.
stars? That's what I'm gonna
Yes.
call them. I just made that up. They trap
Yes. I
stars
love
for
it. I
real.
love it. Because I'm telling y'all again, these
The
men
high
want these
value trap
kids.
stars. Look, and it got real quiet in the chat. Y'all don't want to talk about
Didn't it?
them.
Didn't
You don't
it?
want to
Because
talk about those men.
Because they act like them ones
I
that's getting
don't
all
know.
the
You know
kids
what
by
though?
these
I'm
women.
lying. I'm gonna tell you who spoke about. I want to say I didn't. You know what? Let me not, because I didn't even watch the whole stream. But somebody talked about high value men, being part of the baby
Real
mama.
Provider Network.
Yeah, but I
That
didn't
was
watch
Real
the whole
Provider.
stream, so I don't know what angle he was going at.
I
So I
don't
don't
know,
want to
but I
say that.
like
But
that title called My
from the
Eye.
title, I'm like, yeah,
It
they
caught
trap
me.
stars.
What did he
Yes.
They
say?
trap stars.
High value men are creating the baby mama culture.
Yeah,
He might have said
they
something
high
else
value.
about it. Real Provider Network. We're gonna drop the link at some point. But
Yeah.
when I saw that title, it's like things that make you go,
Because I thought we talked about baby fever, right? And I said, oh, that looks, somebody was like, men don't get baby fever like women
Yeah.
get baby fever. I said, oh, you do, it just looks different. It just
right,
looks different. You start pushing 40, you don't have no kids. Remember, 50 something percent of black men don't have kids. And they start pushing 40 and they don't have any kids, and they looking like, now you could be a passport, bro, more power to you. Do that, right? Or you could be here and now you looking like, if I had to choose anyone in this world to have a baby with,
Doctor
I'm gonna go
so
to
and
her.
so. Yep.
I know
Just
she
love
cut from
him.
a good cloth.
Yeah,
I'm
her
gonna go
mama
on over
never was
here.
cool. I ain't
Really
really
don't
like her
want to
too
be
much.
with her
Yeah.
because she can't get on my program. But I know my child will be good. She gonna take care of the baby.
This is gonna be my
She got a
favorite
good
one.
family.
Y'all want to drop the link?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry because I done went
Somebody
off on a
requested
tangent.
it.
Y'all done got me in my bag tonight, but we spoke
No,
about
somebody
that
requested
before.
it. That's why I said that.
Oh, hold on. Let
You
me
gotta
eye
say.
drop it.
Yes.
But
So me
y'all
and
know,
Ty, we didn't expose y'all tonight, buddy.
Yeah,
A lot of
them
y'all getting
high value.
exposed
I might
tonight.
have to.
I'm
We might
like,
have to
these
do a
men
stream.
want these kids now. They want them. They want them.
We might
Ty
gotta do a
exposed.
stream with Real Bravado and about high value men. Them high value trap stars. That's what I want to call them.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Because there's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, they pushing 40. They ain't got no kids. They may,
And they be
they
acting
may
like
have
they
made
don't
now.
know, but they do. It's
It's a
like,
lot
man,
of
she
them.
got me. That's what they tell their friends, but the whole time they got you.
Okay,
Let me be
okay.
quiet. Look,
Looking
you
for a
dropped the
boy.
link, Ty. Did we drop it?
I did. I put it in there. There go the link,
Drop.
y'all. Come on up. Somebody asked for it. You asked for it. Hit the link.
Yes. Yes. Let's see what they talking about. Let's go back up a little bit. Doug says, David Carmina, it's the same stuff over and over, my bro. Ty is talking like she's on Kevin Samuel's show. How?
Why? But the thing is, here's the difference though. Don't women that calling the Kevin Samuels, they don't got a man. They don't got a man. So
Ooh,
When they don't
okay.
listen.
ooh,
Uh,
They
uh.
don't listen. They horrible.
they don't listen. They ain't got a man. I don't speak from that space.
Right. Real Bravado says, yes, a man needs a woman. I've never heard any man talk about he don't need no woman unless he, oh, Lord have mercy. Come on, don't get us canceled, Real Bravado.
You see how they be trying to get us like
David says, we have what she needs. Yeah, and y'all give it to us too. Yeah, just like them churn. Anyway,
right.
he says, we have which, David, we get it. Okay, in Allen. Wait.
You remember that.
David says, drop the link. Ask a man in the chat. Ask a man what in the chat. If y'all trying to give away them children, no, he talking about something else, but I need somebody to answer that. Who gonna go and come clean about that, trying to drop them children out? David says, hit the like button, guys. Just a reminder, guys, to hit that like
Yeah,
button
because
on
they
the
don't
way
want
in.
it. They not dropping them kids off in the project. They dropping them off right there at your front door.
At your house, you already got for yourself.
That-
Mastermind T said, I always struggle. Yes, good question. I can't remember. David says women cheat at the same percent as men. Yeah, I mean, if that's true, I don't know because we're not trusting the stats at this point. Y'all
Black
can say
nah,
we're
women don't
that
irrational
cheat.
means
and
that
delusional. We're not trusting these chats.
that
What's
means
the stats?
the men that's cheating there, women found out.
That's
Black
all.
women don't cheat.
Joy.
If you out there cheating, she knows.
She knows. She knows. It's intuition.
Mhm.
It's a real thing. Joy. That's not true. What these
Black
stats?
women don't cheat.
Nah, what's the stats?
Black women
When
don't
they
cheat.
be
Black
spending these
women
stats
don't
with us,
cheat.
black women don't cheat,
Black women don't cheat.
and that's not true. We don't believe it. No, that's not true.
Nope.
Yeah, black women don't cheat.
Black women don't cheat.
We don't.
You
We
heard it
don't.
here first. Tell
Mr.
Charlamagne I said it.
1950. Welcome to the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast.
The
He says women
1950.
only have game with weak men. That's what you think.
Okay. Okay.
We're not gonna reveal the secrets tonight, but just keep
Joy,
it in
what
the
you
back
say?
of your
You
mind.
win.
You
You
win.
got it.
Yes.
It's all good.
He says, Ty, men get finessed all the time by these women.
That's
Do
what we
they or
said.
don't they?
Tell Mr. 1950 that. He don't want to listen.
They do.
Yeah, sometimes these men need to listen, don't they?
It's
Uh,
okay.
That's how they end up on oxygen.
For my man and all that. The
They be
mortgage
on.
boss. She was able to turn off that masculine energy at home. He was still the man. It is not about the money. It is the attitude about the money. Talking about the judge. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, probably.
Mhm.
Probably.
You
Okay,
know,
I thought he was talking about
maybe.
Rihanna ASAP Rock, but maybe. I mean, yeah,
He-
whatever.
Oh,
Oh, but I mean, okay. So when do you get on her program? If you
Uh,
coming into the situation, right? And you've already stated publicly, because YouTube is the world can hear you. You've already stated she got to get on my program. At what point do you be like, dang, this program ain't quite doing what I thought it was gonna do. So what you got, girl? Like, how does that work? Do you assume her program if you meet her and she's already more successful than you? Like, at what point does it flip
I'm gonna
flop?
tell you what I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell
When does
y'all
it
what it
flip?
is. I'm gonna tell you
what
what
is
it
it,
is.
Ty?
It's your program, ladies. You just gotta make them think it's theirs.
That's it. Drop mic drop on it. It's always that.
babe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can manage me,
Yes.
right? Because I need you to guide me,
Because I can't do it
Teach
without
me.
you.
cover me, protect
Teach
Yes.
me the
me.
law. Teach me how to be a judge,
You
boo.
know what I'm like, you can be, you know what I'm saying? I need you to be in there because when those men start acting up, I know you're gonna protect me. You got my best interest at heart,
You know,
right? You're my
That how
husband.
you
I
be
love
running game on
you,
them dudes. That's what you be saying. That what you be saying too.
I
right?
fell for it just now.
You are the captain of my ship. Like, I'm not doing it unless you, babe, you think it's good. Do I need to sign?
They say I need to do this or that. What you think?
What you
Ty
think?
is
Let me ask.
finessing,
Hold
ain't
up. What
she?
Monique say? Let me ask Daddy, cause I ain't
Mm.
doing nothing without Daddy.
Yeah, now
Daddy,
y'all
is
not
he
gonna
all right?
disrespect him. I don't talk to him without y'all. I don't talk to y'all
Mm-mm.
without
You
him.
talk to him.
I'm learning. I'm
Mm.
learning.
But
I
it's your
love it, Ty.
program.
I love it. Who
It's your
programmed?
program, baby. You just
Now
gotta
I
make
will
it
Program
say
what
is
it
it?
this.
is.
Okay, so I will say so. Dr. Heavenly and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that is probably the only time that I have seen somebody with such a bark. Just, I mean, she like a little chihuahua, a little poodle with him. Like this woman goes from
Daddy.
being a ferocious beast with them women
Tearing them
to
up.
okay, daddy. She shuts it up.
That
Okay,
Yes.
like
listen.
all he got to do is breathe. She like whatever you
Listen, there's
say,
a lot of women out here
whatever
that get
you
they
say.
that get their way. And that's in that same conversation I had with my coworker. I asked him, I said, because he grew up, his father was a preacher, his mother, was a school teacher. And he said, well, who do you think got their way most in my house growing up? I said, your mother did.
Mhm.
I said, but your father made the decision. I'm not telling you how your mother influenced it. I'm not I'm not saying none of that. But I'm pretty sure she got her way most of the time. And I'm pretty sure your father feels like he had the final say. And that's cool. It works.
It does.
It
Yeah.
works.
It does. We dropped the link, y'all. Who want to debate it tonight? The
You know,
program is ours. You heard it here
Well,
first.
ultimately,
you
my
know, nah, it's
position.
it's David, the David Carmine show. Our good bro got to come up here and set it straight. You know what I'm
It's his
saying? We
show.
didn't because
Or try.
we out here talking reckless tonight. Well, maybe it's me,
Like they say, like
right?
we on Kevin
But I'm
Samuel.
just putting y'all on game. I'm just saying, like a lot of, Mr. 1950 said a woman can't game only games a weak man. And then the David Carmine show come back behind them and say there's women getting like there's men
Well,
getting
if that's
finessed
the
by
case, a
women.
whole lot of them be calling the lead attorney. They must
Mm.
all be get a
Woo.
lot of them be calling the lead attorney.
Whew. But when these modern women try to, put y'all up on game, y'all gonna say we wrong. We
Mm.
She
wrong.
gonna
We
say we
wrong. All
lonely
right.
and desperate.
I'm just saying we try to put y'all up on game. It's your
Yes,
program, baby. You dare you are right. It's your program. I'm
you
just the
win.
I'm
We
just the
love
face
y'all.
of it.
Yeah, that's
You
all.
you control all the strings. You the puppet master, baby. That's all you.
What David said he would never have taken that photo. You can love the child and still leave. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all
I don't know
get them
how.
babies by them high value women that y'all say y'all don't want, y'all be kissing them babies, loving them babies to death.
They ain't been on photo shoots before. Cause that photo could have been like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was like a very much so like um
One of
in the
many.
midst of it, right? It's not like pose, hold your hand back, hold your hand back here, hold the baby, kiss it. I'm pretty sure it was a movement type and it ended up that way. But he could never have taken that photo. And I've seen women on the beach pulling a man like,
But that's
you
what
know,
they was crying about on the internet. The men, like, you're absolutely right. No one thought that. That wasn't something that they could have ever just been like, oh, this is how we gonna. No, it was these insecure men
it
that
was a
get
candy shot
on these
that
platforms.
looked good.
What I seen y'all in the chat earlier, I said like that thing about the dudes that was like the can I get a hug dudes. They get on YouTube. They the
They
ones that hate the women. It
yes.
was that
Yeah, let
group
me
of
get my
men
hug.
that decided to be like, oh no, like they're emasculating him. Like, who thought? Nobody thought that. No one
Nobody thought that.
at
Because he
all.
wins because he got the baby with Rihanna and he got baby number 2 on the way right away.
And he
He
can take care
wins.
of himself.
He's
Mm-mm.
He's
winning.
He's trapping
independent.
her. He's trapping her.
What you think's gonna happen if Rihanna, if Rihanna try to take ASAP Rocky for child support?
Nothing. They're going to laugh her out of there.
I'm just asking. What y'all? No.
It could happen.
I mean, there's a Kim Kardashian thing, right? People were upset about that $200,000 from the billionaire.
Meanwhile, Kanye saying if he buy a chicken, he just messing with a house that ain't nothing to a $300,000 house. That's nothing. That's like buying a chick a purse for him. He said that on Drink Champs.
Nah,
Which
girl.
true.
To the
Yeah,
common man, $200,000 is a lot.
these everybody's speaking on behalf of these common men. Can they speak for themselves? Because there be a lot of high value men fighting real hard for these common men. And where are these common men at? Have y'all noticed that? Is it me?
Oh, I don't know. They not in our chat. We got the high value over here,
We got
baby.
all high value men over here. And to be honest, they are over 6 feet and all that stuff. They are. Let's
Now
be
that,
real.
Yeah.
Now,
for the
some of
most
y'all, all
part,
right, we're going to go and call out the frauds. They be speaking real hard for these,
No.
average men.
We
The
got no.
average
I mean,
men
I'm
out
not
here
even trying to be
with they
funny
in
about
their
that. We got the
lane.
high value over here.
We
We
do.
got
The average men out here in their lane, though. The high value men speaking on their behalf. They all right, y'all. Y'all ain't got to have their back so hard. They say drop the link. The link is
the
dropped.
link is dropped. You know what? I didn't pin it, but I'm gonna drop it one
Doug
more.
said, Kevin Samuels even said athletes and entertainers are not high value most of the time. We're not talking about them. We're talking
Mm-mm.
about these
We
people who
talking,
have earned their way up
we
to
talking
the
about
money that
you,
they have. We're talking
Doug.
about men
You,
like you. Yes. Men
you,
who have
Doug.
gone to college, who work, who put in the time, who put in 50 hours a week, making enough money to pay all the bills at their household, over 6 feet. We're talking about them. Y'all be trying to get these kids by these women. I said it, Doug. Arguing with somebody else.
Girl, it's so I'm telling you, y'all, and it don't stop at them. I mean, yes, they some high value trap stars, but there's some low value trap stars too. I don't want to say low value, but there's some uh
It be some
minimal
marriage trap
value
stars too. They be trying
trap
to hold
stars,
on.
right?
They trying to hold on to
Because
their
some
situation. Be
the
careful, y'all.
marriage trap stars. Look at your foot. I ain't doing that. But look,
That's why you gotta get.
there's
I gotta
some
be
high
careful out
value
here.
trap stars out here. They want to be, they want to be independent, take care of themselves, but they need to drop the seat off. Look, Joy said I ain't even about to get into that conversation because I don't know what y'all
Don't,
think.
Because
y'all
I'm,
don't have
I'm, I'm
to.
gonna go ride with it. Because I've been saying it since the last two. These men want these kids.
They do.
They want them kids. These
That's
women
why
ain't out
they.
here like, oh, I'm gonna have a baby by this dude so I can be taken care of. A lot of these men be holding on. Talking about they pull out game week. Child, please, you doing what you want to do. Exactly what you
Pull
want
out
to do. Simsia, also known as Simsaya, whatever you like. He says, salute my unsolicited opinion podcast and chat family. Welcome, Sim. Are we talking your kind of talk tonight? Or it ain't late enough
Sim,
yet?
you a high value trap star?
He
Oh,
might be. I don't know.
Nah, I ain't not Sim.
Doug said,
Nah.
hey, Sim. Sim says men get caught more than women only.
Get
We don't
caught with
know the
what?
stats on that, though, do we?
No,
Well, you
Doug
talking about
said that
cheating?
women. Doug said black women have kids than black men. So it looks like women get caught more than men. Am I
Cheating?
wrong? Did
that's
he?
them sad babies. The women
Huh?
playing them sad babies.
Am I wrong? Doug said that more black women have kids more than black men because 50s was it
I thought we
57
were talking
or
about the
56%?
cheating.
Oh, we talking men get caught
Oh,
more
in the
than
sky,
women.
baby.
Oh, he's talking about cheating.
I don't
Oh,
know.
baby, listen, once a woman cheats, baby, she was
It's
gone. Like she
it's
ain't
over.
it's,
It's over.
it's over. Like if she allowed herself to get caught. See, the thing is, she probably allowed herself to get caught. With you, like with most men, they just sloppy and they get caught, right? It's wild.
Yes.
But once she's cheated, baby, you know what? Once a good girl's turn bad, she's gone forever.
Gone
Move on
forever.
forever. You need to mourn on that because she don't want it. But you know
Well,
what,
we
Joy? You
see.
brought to the attention a content creator that cheated on her husband, but now her husband worked
Oh
it out,
my
and
God.
they're in a flourishing they're in a flourishing
On
marriage
IG.
on
The
IG. The
couple
lady
on
is you
IG.
Oh yes, I did. I'm like, honey,
I was
y'all don't understand.
you talk about
We be in
a
a
black
stuff
woman.
is flying back and forth.
I know Joy
Okay,
said I'm gonna
yeah,
shut the hell up.
that
You
lady,
talking
yeah,
about a black woman and her it's a black couple and she cheated on her
yeah,
husband, but they were able to work through that.
yes. And now it's
Let the
their
chat roll.
ministry.
And
It,
he dancing on Joe. I couldn't believe it. I really didn't even want to watch it, to be honest.
you
I
thought
couldn't
I
believe
was
it either.
joking?
I couldn't believe it.
I
I
meant
was
it
like,
literally.
they
I
were
mean,
right. They dancing.
how many let me ask you a question. Out of I'm trying to think what other than that content creator, give me another example of in the black community where a woman cheated on her husband and he stayed. Who's more loyal? Mm.
I'm gonna have to say the women more loyal because I don't know any.
Oh, well,
I can't think of one.
give me an example in the black community where a husband cheated on his wife and she stayed.
All of them. All of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is it? Y'all okay, yeah, you know they're gonna bring out Will Smith. I'm sorry. But y'all
Does
know
that
that Will
count?
was doing his thing.
Does
No,
Will
that
was
because he
cheating
was doing
first.
his thing too. He was doing his thing too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
Right.
know. But I mean, regardless if he was doing his thing too, other than Will Smith, right? I just want an example of a black couple where the woman cheated on her husband and he stayed. Mm. But we
Mm.
got a list of women that had been cheated on and they stayed. But somebody said something about I thought somebody said something about 70% of marriages are initiated by women. Mm. And it
I,
could well have been, but I bet you brought that baby to a
I
point.
yeah, I cannot think of one really. And then it's
well,
like broadcast out in the open, like in the public that we
yeah.
know about
Yeah.
it. I don't know any.
Men what all the time, Sim? They stay all the time? Who? Tell me who.
We'll never
Who
know about it.
We won't.
what men stay after their
No.
wife? We already talked
I mean, that's
about
the
Will
other thing.
Smith.
We
Y'all can
talk too much. We
huh?
don't want women talk too much. We probably be the ones that's telling everybody that the man cheating on us.
Right. Right.
For real. Like,
Condemned
think
ya.
about
He
it.
said, what up, folk? What up,
Okay,
Ken
them
folk?
get in the house. He need to come up because I gotta hear that voice. Women like a deep
If we didn't
voice.
go out on the internet and tell everybody that the man was cheating on us and announce these breakups, there be fake breakups, and
Yes.
would we really know? Like, or it's the other woman that come out and tell everybody. It be the women that's telling it all. It don't be the
Yeah.
dude. That's why we know about it. If it's flipped the other way around,
If we did something, we ain't telling that.
and the man ain't get ready to go out and tell nobody, he ain't gonna tell his homeboy. So
Then I still
no.
stay beside her. I love her. That's my
I'm gonna
wife,
sit
and I'm gonna stay
beside her.
beside her.
And that's the thing, right? So we talk about what's loyal, and you say, "Oh, what did 70% of divorces are initiated by women?" And what I'm telling you is, probably a lot of those divorces with episodes of like cheating, but cheating wasn't it wasn't the main reason. I would say I know it was the main reason because I looked at the stats.
But
Sim
back to the
say,
money,
I,
men that just joined us. Do y'all gotta pay? Like we were talking about paying the cost to be the boss, right? Y'all kind of came in. We kind of like veered off a little. I'm curious
You
to
did.
hear.
My bad. Bring it back,
I'm,
Joy.
I'm curious to hear. What we were talking about was like when men court women and get in these relationships with like y'all and some of y'all invest a whole lot of money. Like, could y'all get these women without spending a bunch of money? And then when you get into the situation spending a lot of money, how do you get yourself out of it? How do you unwind it? We want to know, like,
Yes.
how much does it matter? How much do your money influence the woman that you're trying to get with?
Right. And why y'all going for these women like that? Y'all don't want women that already got money. Y'all want some women y'all have to take care of. Is it a control thing? Tell the truth.
you
Tell the
know
truth. Why y'all don't want
Yeah,
women that got
you,
their
you
own money?
gotta you gotta get on that program. And here's the thing: I'm not
yeah.
opposed to getting on a man's program, especially when I know
Me
that
either.
program is gonna work, baby. It's the men that don't really necessarily, they can't give me the program isn't hasn't really developed, especially at our age, right? Like at this age, your program should be like in motion, right? I should be able to see the
Girl,
potential.
Yeah.
Like at this
Yeah.
age, like I need somebody that's I mean, if there's the potential and there's people that's already potential, right? Like I'm good. Like I don't I'm not looking at, it's a vision. Yes, it's always a vision, it's always a goal. But baby, where are you at in that? If you at the very beginning
We
and
should have
at
hit some
our
of them
age,
goals by now though.
but then that's
I'm
true,
going.
right? So a bazillion percent, I'm with you. Every single syllable of what you just said. Because what we're not gonna do is get up here and act like money don't matter. When you in your 20s, maybe not. When you in your 30s, it's like, ooh, okay. When
Hold
you
on.
40,
Hold up now. Hold
honey,
up.
you
Hold on, baby. I
almost
ain't
retired.
not 40 yet. Nope, nope, nope. I ain't
But
gonna
a few
claim that
months.
until I claim it. Don't
I
even
know,
do
girl, you
me.
know how I was, child. But it's for
Don't
real
even
though.
do me.
The older you get, the
But
more
but
it
no, but
matters,
you're
for
right.
sure. The older you get, the more it makes a difference. The more it
That's
matters.
right.
I'm
That's
not
It,
right.
going
it,
on
has,
10 free dates.
it has to. The older you get, and these gentlemen that are making these outlandish statements about, oh, well, you might be missing your perfect guy if you don't make it. Well, I'm sorry. That's fine. It's okay.
You know,
I
it is a little weird to me. I'm not gonna say weird. It's different when I hear a man around our age, 40 plus, or 35, and they're talking about their potential. I understand the monetary, the financial, their glide path, and their stride is what I think someone said, like their financial stride, like they're in that. And that it is a little weird to me when I hear like men say stuff like, "Oh, I'm gonna date her and take her." Like I think I said like 10 free dates. I saw that video, right?
Mhm.
And that man was late 30s,
Mhm.
and his whole thing was, I want to know if she's here for me or if she's here for the money. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you wouldn't even have to worry about if she was here for the money if she was able to take care of herself, right?
Right.
If she was able to take care of herself in the manner in which you think a woman should be taking care of herself, the money issue probably wouldn't even be, you know what I mean? Because she has a job, she works, you know what I mean? She might have her own house, she might have her own apartment, condo, have her own car, you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, like, you're really looking for a modern woman,
Mm-mm. No,
right?
because then he
Like,
can
because if
tell
you
you
want,
he can't
you really,
run her.
and I know what I say. Every woman is modern because she's able to choose her path, whether she wants to have traditional values, whether she wants to have, you know, I don't want to say progressive, more left values, whether she wants to do, she's making a choice to be the way that she is in today's society because she has that choice. So whether
Mhm.
she wants to be that working girl, that career woman, whether she wants to be that stay-at-home mom, whether whatever she chooses is her choice. So she's modern because women who weren't modern did not have a choice. So there's that. But like, I'm listening to this man and I'm going to take her on a 10 free dates, and I'm thinking you're too old to be intentionally taking someone on 10 free dates to decipher whether or not they want your money.
Is he broke?
He said
No, he
he was
said he was a
retired
millionaire, and he was retired and all of
from the police force,
yeah.
and
What's with the
you have to
games?
understand. Hmm?
What's with all the games? At this age, I could tell if somebody wants me for whatever they want me for in the beginning. I already know. And he had been in a long-term relationship, had a child with some woman that he did marry.
Had
So
a
I would
child.
imagine
Yep.
at some point that she had proven herself that she wasn't there for the money, right?
He said that.
And
He
Well,
if he
said she
didn't
was a
work
good
out with
woman.
her, what was the problem? Is it her or is it the women or is it him? Because you still playing games like 10 free days. You just
And
trying
so
to get
his
something
thing
for
was,
free. You cannot get any more milk for free. We're not giving out any more free milk.
mm-mm.
Okay. No
So
more milk.
he was a retired man in his late 30s, and I see this a lot, especially with military men when they come into the military at the age of 18 and they do 20 years, and by the time they're 38, they're retired, right? Way before a lot of other men who take another route, right? So at 38, you have a retired man. I think he was in the police force though, not necessarily military, but you have a retired man, and he said, like, I have a lot of time. Like I'm flexible. I can do this. I can do that. I can do that, right? And I'm like, okay, well, the women that got a lot of time, that's flexible, that can do this and like and do all of that, they probably don't have they don't they probably don't have a job. But he was worried about, he was like, I don't know if I want to get married because the whole prenup, and I don't want her to take me for my money because I'm retired and alimony. And I'm just like, well, maybe she should have a job. Maybe she should have a job. So, when the judge sees that, she makes her own money, she has whatever, he won't hit you too hard. But you don't want that woman because she's too modern, because he said she was too career and she didn't have the time to be with this retired 30 something year old because she was working. So I'm like, well, what do you want? You don't want to get hit with alimony, right? But you want her to have the time to be with you and your kid. And so I'm like, what do you do?
We
What does someone do?
put them on our program
They need to get on our program.
because they don't know what to do. They
They
don't
don't
know.
know what to do. I tell you what you do. You get you that woman that wants you for you. And I baby, I will tell you like this: the 10 free dates, it ain't it. I am all for, it's the intentionality of it. I'm all for impromptu stuff. Like, oh, this is going on this weekend, let's go. I'm all for the impromptu stuff. But when I feel like you're doing it because you're trying to like weed me out and vet, and everything is a vet, right? In the beginning, like everything is. But when you're intentionally trying to not show money or not lead with money for 10 like dates, and like, I'm not saying that, well, maybe I am, but for a woman that can take care of herself, it's almost insulting.
It makes
I
you,
don't
it's
know what
giving
you
broke
think.
vibes to me.
It's almost
for the man
insulting
to lead with money.
For a man to keep, like,
for
if you're a working woman and you make it, you pay your own bills when they meet you, right? And they try to take you on 10 free dates because they want to make sure that you're not there for their money. It's giving broke vibes to me.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you
it
one
is.
of my biggest turnoffs is men that say that they got a lot of money, or they like go
Mhm.
out of their way
Now that's a problem.
to you know what I'm saying? Oh, well,
Yes.
I took I pulled out my, my S550 today, and
And I was flying
went
first
by the
class
country
to just,
club.
yeah.
And when I got to the country club, we did a round of golf, and I saw, Stephen Curry's dad.
Not around
We
the
good
go.
buddies again. Yeah, it's like, okay, this is so unimpressive to me.
And then they
Like,
don't want you to
it's
want money.
bored. It's boring. It looks bad. Like, men with money, please do not do that because we laugh at you. Like, it's awful. It's
Don't do that to
horrible.
don't do that to women that can take care of themselves. That's what I'll say.
It's awful. That is like my biggest thing. So when we start
It
talking about
is.
like leading with money in a relationship, like you like me or whatever, like again, I'm going back to the basics of what I said when we first started doing. I want somebody who's my friend, and I want a man that can make me laugh. Money
Oh,
is
a deal
important
breaker.
too, as far as like stability, like for other things that go beyond, just the actual
To
like
take you to the
dollar
comedy
amount.
show.
But I mean, yeah, I like Kevin Hart. sometimes.
I don't know.
You know,
Front row, Kevin
I like
Hart.
Lil Duval. You know what I'm saying? it,
Front
but
row.
no, like it just is the most. It's tacky because
It
people
is tacky.
with money for real, they don't do that. They don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Where they do that at? Sim says 10
What?
free dates. Majority of people are acting for the first 6 months. I don't care for the first 6 months if someone is sending their representative shouldn't ask for 10 free dates.
Yeah, and here's the thing, because I know Sim is on that fire movement, right? The financial independent retire early. And so that's a different type of
Oh, what was the
interaction.
acronym?
Financially independent retiring early.
Oh, okay.
So that movement requires a lot of frugalness. It requires you to pull back
Mhm,
on a lot of things. That's
mhm,
in my mind. And so when a man says, "Listen, this is my goal," right? I want to be here, and this is what I'm doing to obtain that goal. I respect that more, right? So he'll it, in my mind, some people will laugh or scoff at like a coffee date or McDonald's or something like that. But if the man
mm,
is telling you, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, because I'm pulling back because I'm saving up so that I can be financially independent by the time I'm 35 or 40 or whatever his
mhm,
goal is. I'm like, I hear that. Like, that, you know what I'm saying? That's a disciplined man, right? And so it may be a free date. I'm okay with that. It may be 10 free dates. I'm okay with that, because you're not doing it because you're trying to see whether or not I'm, the one. You're doing it because it's your goal. It's what you do already. If I wasn't with you, you'd be doing this, right? But now you're using these 10 free days to a woman that can take care of things on her own as a way to vet this woman to see if she's here for your money. And then and I'm like, no, don't. I'm okay, right? I do community service already, right? I'm already a part of organizations that do community service. I get up and I go to the gym, so we don't have to walk, baby. I'm in the military. I wake up and I go to the gym every day, right? We, if you're using it to see what type of woman I am, I'm like, eh. But if it's something that you already do on a daily basis, no, I don't go to, fancy restaurants, Steak 48, Ruth Chris, Chez Pierre. I don't do that stuff because I have a goal. That's a different type of man. And that's what I'm saying. Joy, you say it all the time. Everybody can't do everything. And when you have different intentions than someone else and they're doing the same thing with better intentions, women will gravitate to that more. Right? Everybody face card
Yes.
don't
mhm. It's
don't
true.
spin. And that's what I'm saying. So like a man like Sim, he's part of, the fire movement or whatever. And if he says, and I know that he's part of the fire movement, right? I know this. He said it, he lives that lifestyle. So if I go out on a date with him, I know it may not be Chez Pierre. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I respect it because I know what he's trying to do. So I will go with you. I will eat your mayonnaise sandwich on the part.
Mm.
Not you, Sim, because you giving out trail mix. But it
Yes.
and that's, he's a brother to the channel, so that's why but I'm just saying, like, that's something more, that's something different than you just trying to figure out whether or not I want your money. I don't want your money. That's the point, right? I don't want your money. I want your mind, your heart, whatever, your love, your whatever, but y'all don't want to give it. Y'all just rather drop off the seed.
Because they dropping them off. Let's tell it tonight. Tonight we're gonna come clean. David says, ladies, how many days do you need before you know? Before we know what they want?
Know what you want
Hmm.
before you know he's the man, he's the one. How many dates you need, Joy? How many dates you
I'm sorry.
need?
My son came in. He said we're doing a great job.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you. That's golden
Thank
gloves
Yeah.
right there.
My Jalen.
He just
I'm
left,
telling
so I'm
y'all.
sorry. I missed it because he was giving me encouraging words. What was your question?
What how many days do you need before you know?
Before I know what?
If the man is the one, if you want the man, if you want to continue on seeing him, if you want a little bit more with him,
Well, I
whatever.
know when I lay eyes on him if I want to have sex with him or not. And so that's gonna be a that's gonna
But
be very important to determine whether or not we gonna
Cause
make
we
it.
need to put the kids to bed, baby. It's time. It's time. After
well, I
dark.
mean,
Let's
you're
go.
right though. That to your point that is correct, Joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think every woman. I mean, men say they know it too, right? But you
Yeah.
are correct. The moment
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
instant.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It is very much so instant.
Yeah. And if
So,
I'm
but we
gonna
talk
be,
about the one that you wanna like that you want this man to be
but
your
we got to get
man.
past that part first, though, right?
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
number one. Okay.
Yes.
Here comes Sam talking.
I wanna be your man.
So no, that's one. It's a lot to do with that instant chemistry though. I think, like I said, I like to laugh and the ability to have that banter back and forth. Like you can't date your way to that. Like, and I've tried before and it is miserable. Like trying your hardest to find grasping a straw at, well, maybe this will be the day that we get that like, oh my God. So for me, it doesn't take very long at all. I like you, I don't. It don't take a lot. Like I can see the way that, like, if we're in a school setting, I see the way that you interact with kids. I like that. If you're somebody where we're in a social setting and you're really social and you talk to a lot of people and you tend to be like the epicenter of a conversation, I like that. You know what I mean? There's certain things I'm going to be drawn to. Obviously, you're the way that you're packaged, like your clothes.
Or the
Man,
package.
I know. I didn't say that. No,
I was
like
like, let me hold up
the
here.
way you present
Did not say
yourself.
that. That is me in all of my modernness. I said it. Sorry.
Oh Lord, your clothes, your ability to carry on intellectual conversation. Like I need you to know there's a war going on in Ukraine. Like there's certain things, and I can know that in 30 minutes of speaking with someone.
Right.
So it take you by
No.
what? It take about 1 or 2 dates.
It don't take long at all because I be locked in.
Me too.
I like you. When I'm on you, I'm on you.
I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with y'all. Like honestly, it just take me about one day, one good
Me
time to
too.
spend like good quality time with you, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just one good time, and I will know whether or not and in that day, I'm never gonna ask you how much money you make. I might ask you,
Nope.
like what do you do, right? But I'll never ask you how much money you make, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm I'm probably not going to what okay, here's the question. What are the questions that you're gonna ask on the first date? How much money you make is not that because it's gonna show. I'm gonna know. I feel like I'm gonna know before I get to that date. So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna ask, what do you do? What do you like? What are your hobbies? You know what I mean? Um, for me, Joy, you say it's about someone that makes you laugh. For me, it's someone who is musically inclined.
Mm.
Like musically inclined because I speak, y'all hear here on the podcast,
Yes, we
I speak in
know.
a lot of
Yeah.
verses,
You got a whole nother
right? I,
language.
I
Yeah.
speak that I speak that way. And if you can't catch certain stuff,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a turn, it's gonna be a turn off for me.
No, I know a
Right.
guy oh my God, y'all, I would just turn cartwheels for him. And he would do that. And I hated that shit. I was like, talk.
It's the
What you
I
songs
mean,
and it's the music
what
and the
about
movies
rap
too.
lyrics in the
Movies
middle
too.
of
the
a
music,
conversation?
yes.
It's the movies too.
It's the
It's the
music
movies.
in the movies. It's just being
Mm-mm.
able to like pick up when someone is putting something down. And that's
Nope.
one way that when we were in the mastermind and Allen and I can,
Yeah.
cause I'm like, I know exactly what she said. I know exactly where she got
Yes.
that from, right?
Yes.
Like, and so when a
Mm-mm.
man is like, when he can spit that, like he can spit the next line or spit it back or like know exactly where it's coming from, I'm like, oh, we can vibe. I had an issue. I had an issue last year in dating. I did. What is this? 23? Yes, I had an issue last year in dating with someone who couldn't pick it up because he wasn't within the same decade as me.
Yeah.
He wasn't
That
born within the same decade as me,
right.
and it kind of irked me a little bit. I mean, it wasn't the only reason why, but it kind of like, you can't relate to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't relate to me. I can't have, like you said, I need you to know this is a war of Ukraine. Like, you don't know what that is. Like, you don't, you know what I mean? You don't have a basis.
That is the off in the
It's
world.
like, there's a war in Ukraine. This
Right.
That's
man came
weird.
in the barbershop today talking about, I just be like, you just sitting there like, what? What am I doing?
It's
Like, what
easy.
am
I
I
think
doing?
they always try to act like women so complicated. It sounds easy to me. Like you just have like a sense of humor and a little bit of personality. You know,
Yeah.
you
That's
gotta be
it.
real to be a little bit well rounded. Know a little bit about a lot.
A lot. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like we
Smell
kind of do.
good.
It's not hard. Oh,
Know how
yes,
to
yes,
do
yes.
stuff. Like in
Yes.
your hands. Like, can you fix stuff? Like
And I just
Smile.
like to have good
anything.
conversation. Good conversation. And I do like. I
Smile,
mean,
like,
yes.
you know what I'm saying? Smile, teeth, like teeth
Tea.
bright, white, smile, you know what I mean? Is that a lot? I guess it's a lot. I mean, I'm
It is
asking
a
for a
lot. They
man's
say that's a
opinion
lot.
Listen.
They say that's a lot.
because I feel like I'm kind of like in shape. So I'm trying to stay in my lane. I'm not trying to ask for anything outside of my lane. And Allen, you said at the first show, stay in your lane. I try to
That's
stay
all.
in my lane.
I
I'm
know
not
where I'm at.
asking. I'm not asking for nothing outside of my lane. I
I
gotta try
drive
to
by
meet
cars in my
him.
lane all the time. Cars, so many cars in this lane. I already know. I know
Girl,
my
they come
path.
in
I know
my
how to
lane,
get
and I'll be
home.
like, "What you doing over here? You're not supposed to like me. What you doing over here?
What are you doing
I
over
don't.
here?
What are you? I don't know. You
Then you
tailgating on
driving
me?
down
Like,
the wrong side of the road. Crazy self.
no, tailgating, girl, on the bumper.
Yes.
Pull up to the bumper.
What do you do that at? Yes.
I'll be like,
That was kind of talking to Joy a little bit too about that show that came on Netflix, Love is Blind. It was like, I don't know if y'all watched it. Like the people in the pods and like,
yeah,
they talked and they didn't know anything about each other, didn't know what they looked like, and they were supposed to get engaged and get married at some
That
point.
sounds crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say it's kind of like arranged marriage, but not really.
it is
But it was
crazy.
one couple that was on there. Um, they like had good chemistry in the past, but when they came out, they were not vibing with each other. She didn't like the way he looked. Have y'all
Yeah.
ever had experienced anything like this? Like I could like be talking to this person all day long,
Yes.
talking, and then like in person it's like, can you just go back on the other side of the phone?
Yes. Yes. Because it's that sexual chemistry. It's like, oh, that'll
Well, hold
never
on,
happen.
Joy. So you've been in a situation where you talked to someone,
Yes.
you had a
Yes.
before you actually saw their face,
Mm-hmm. So
and
there
when you
was a
saw their
guy.
face, you were like,
Mhm. Yeah. Well, okay, so like people on Instagram, they be looking different in real life, right? Like, like, but Ty, you got a lot of subscribers. Like, if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
"You trying to do me?"
you
No, I'm
do got
playing.
a lot of
Go ahead, girl.
subscribers. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, people could very well like subscribe to you, watch you every day, and then see you in Walmart and be like, oh, I didn't know that was her. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be looking different in real life.
They
And
do.
so,
Ain't nobody ever came to me and was like, you out here catfishing. They always come talking about it's better in real life. Don't even stop. I'm playing. I'm being silly. It's almost midnight. Y'all know I've been working all day. I'm delirious at this point. I've been sitting here drinking my tea with my straw, trying to stay hydrated. I'm sorry, Joy. Make your point. My bad.
it's fine. But no,
I'm sorry.
I thought he might have been cute, and then he
It didn't
wasn't.
work out for you,
No.
or they take the torso pics, but
And
they
the other big
from here.
turn on. the other thing, because like he was like an engineer, like he was smart, he was funny. Biggest turn off. Please do not,
Tell them, Joy. Tell them.
gentlemen. It is not a compliment to say you want to have sex with a girl. It's not a compliment. There's nothing about that that's complimentary. That's awful.
How are
Like
they saying it? Is it like innuendo or is it like
I don't even be liking the innuendo. If you don't know me like that, shut up.
And you know why, Joy,
I
it's not a
don't like
compliment?
it.
Because
It's
they
a
will
turn
tell you
off.
they will sleep with anybody and
true?
not want to be with them anyway. That's why it's not a compliment.
He messed
I
around and
mean,
said something, and I blocked him. I ain't talked to him no more to this day. That was 5 years ago.
yeah, these men can tell you they can sleep with a woman and they have no feelings, no connections, no nothing, right? But they'll sleep with her because it was there. So when
Mm-mm.
you tell a woman on the first date or whatever, like, yeah, what they say, Lottie, that's what they, damn, you gotta,
Was them.
what's that? And that's what they say,
Oh,
right? That's, I don't know, I don't date those men, but I'm just saying, well,
it is
maybe, but
horrible.
whatever.
It is such a
They'll
turn
say
off.
all of that, and you supposed to be like, girl, he said I was, girl, he said I was. But then you get upset but then you got an attitude when you be like, I don't engage in that with men I don't want to be with.
Mm-mm.
Cause you make you cause you got a job, cause you got a little career,
You think you got because she got money? Ain't nobody got
Yeah,
money.
money.
cause you got a
And
little
sometimes they just
you got a
don't
little
want you.
house
That's
or
what they need to
whatever.
realize too. Sometimes you just ain't you're getting chosen. It has nothing to do with how much the money the woman has, or she thinks she all that, or she don't listen. Sometimes she's just not you're not her choice,
Oh, you
and
too
that's
good for
okay. I'm just
you too
saying,
good
like
for.
people, they think they got it going on. That everybody should choose them. Whoever they choose should want them back. No, sometimes it don't work like that. It's just not because the women are listening.
And
Oh,
vice versa. It's dudes that I like, they don't be checking for me at all. It's a thing. Like,
it
That can happen.
happens. Yeah. They need to, okay, so maybe they need a class on rejection. It's not about the money, guys. It's about, chemistry. Y'all know how women are. We not, oh, well, this 2 + 2 is 4. No. We like, but what about 2 times 2? That's 4 too. And 4
Ooh,
times 1 is 4.
ooh,
All of you can get it either way. It's like, get over it. Get over it. You have to know
that's
all the old
true.
school movies and song classics. So I was not in the mastermind with the movie references, Ty. Were you?
You were Sam. We
You have to
saw
pick it up.
he was trying to hold it down with us for a little. Remember that it was a few masterminds ago. He was trying to hold it down. I don't know if we was talking about coming to America or what. You was doing all
I ain't
right.
seeing. I
You
ain't
didn't
seeing.
see it.
I ain't see him
See, that's what
saying
they
that.
saying. You don't ever see them when they got when they got everything. They check all your boxes. You don't see them.
My boxes, they fluctuate.
Y'all remember that song? I think I sent it to y'all the other day. Y'all remember that song? Um, y'all know how I used to be down south back in the day, mid 90s, with that bass music, them 69 boys,
Yeah.
that 95 South, that Miami booty bass
69 more.
music. Y'all remember
He
that
said,
song?
"Get it."
I sent it to y'all. I was like, I don't know what made me think of this song while I was doing the short, but the lyrics to the song was no money, no honey, no cash, no y'all can rhyme, no Lucci, no yeah, but the one with the
Mhm.
C. So don't even ask. No finance, no romance, no dough, no the other thing. If you ain't got no loot, then you ain't knocking no boots. And I remember when that song came out, like mid 90s, a little bit. I ain't about to tell my, but y'all know, right? And I remember there was a discussion around it. I don't know if it was on the radio. I don't know if I was being nosy in grown folks' business or whatever have you about women just proclaiming that you got to have money to be with them, right? But then someone brought up like there were other songs prior to whatever was going on into the 90s that women kind of like proclaim this in a period of time where before black men were taken out the home by welfare, right? Like women have always said this, like ain't nothing going on with the rent. Y'all know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Like ain't nothing going on with the rent. So like that means you got to pay like you weigh. These are all like colloquialisms that we've had for like
Mm-hmm.
years and years to come. But they
Decades.
feel like today, 2023, when women are saying like, no, like, I want you to be financially stable. And it's really coming in. I want you to be financially stable. I want you to, be complimentary to the fact that, I'm financially stable. Whereas like, men are like, back in the day,
Back in the day, what?
after I'm like, back in the day, they was talking the same thing. Ain't nothing going on with the rent. I ain't make that up. My mama ain't make that up. You know
And
what I mean? Like,
they need to pay. They need to take care of their house so they can run it the way they want to. Just go and pay the bills. Just pay them.
that speaking of pay the bills, you had Beyonce, Destiny Child, and talking about, can you pay the bills, the automobiles?
Yeah.
No
Telephone
scrubs.
bills. All
You
them.
said what? No scrubs.
No
Give them utility
scrubs.
bill.
You hanging at the passenger side.
It's these
Period.
90s women. That's the problem. It's the
That's
Hold on
90s
what
now.
women.
it's because of how they said it.
It's these
Because it's
90s
It's
still
how
the
they.
women.
same
It's
message.
how they said it.
It's the
That's why
presentation. Okay.
it was
Because
a
it's the same
presentation.
message. And do these men not know they have to pay bills and stuff and pay for dinners? They don't know that.
Huh? Do men not know
They
what?
don't know they have to pay for stuff. Like, what's the problem?
Like
No,
date?
girl, they vetting you with 10 free dates to see if you here for the money or not.
Mm.
But you can't
I'm
make
not
money.
You gotta work your way up to Golden Corral, Ty. Come on now. Them all you can eat. They ain't for everybody.
And you don't make no money in the meantime.
But that's what NAllen was saying. Like, baby, we don't gotta work our way up to Golden Corral. I got it this time. It's you know what I mean.
Let me get it, cause
I got it. You don't want to pay because
I
you don't
want to
want me
eat
to.
today.
You know what I mean.
I
I'll
want to
pay
see
for
what
the
you look
Golden
like in a
Corral.
restaurant. Let me see.
Y'all, y'all paid for a date before?
Yeah.
Not initially.
Ooh,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not asking if you paid for the first date. I'm asking, have you paid for a date?
I have.
And Allen, no,
That
not
was
between you and
a
your husband
big
because y'all just letting the
hesitation,
money
girl.
rotate. Huh? I'm talking about when you were single. Have you paid for a date for a man that was not your husband?
I was probably in a relationship with him.
Okay, I mean you paid for the date, right?
Yeah, I have. Like,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Joy, I didn't get your answer. Did you pay for a date before? You paid for the
Yeah.
date? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where y'all
Absolutely.
went?
Like I was always really big on I didn't want anybody to feel like they were being used. So it's
Mm.
like, okay, cool. You got dinner, I'll get lunch tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've always been hypersensitive to feeling like somebody got leverage over me like that. Like,
Right.
if we really want to talk about what my problem is I struggle to ask for and accept help from people. Like, so when I'm all like rah 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 rah, that's the core of it all. Like, no, because as soon as you disappoint me and you say no, I'ma hate you. Or you know what I'm saying? So no, you pay for okay, cool. No, I'm not using you. It's cool. I got it. Nope. I ain't gonna make you feel like you know what I'm like I'm depending on you for nope.
But
That's how they want to
that's what
feel,
they saying.
though.
They want to feel
That's what they
like that.
want. That's what they want.
They want to feel like you're dependent on them, and
Mm.
you like I can't give it to them.
I struggle with. I mean, I honestly like. I wish it was something that. I mean, that even impacts me with my job. Like, I really,
No, I understand.
truly struggle with that. I really, really do. It's a thing for me. So yes, absolutely. Like, I can pay for it too. Like, it's not the end. Now, if we talk about somebody like some athlete and you're gonna spend $1,000 on dinner, like, oh, you got it. Go ahead.
You got it, Pip.
Yeah,
Right.
I
If you
get it.
telling me, you know what I'm saying, you telling me you got $1 billion, I'm like,
You
you
know.
really want me to pay? I mean, I can pay, but you really want me to pay? I would say this. I paid for a date before, and I would say the intention in paying for the date was to let this person know that I wasn't there for their money.
Yeah,
Right.
That was the
that's
Right.
only reason why. Honestly, that was the only reason why I paid for the date, is to some men to take that as you're emasculating them, right? But it's
Yeah, but
it's also some messaging behind it. It's like, I'm not here for your money. Not to say that I can take care of myself and I don't need no man. It's just saying, like, I'm able to reciprocate. You know what I mean. I'm able to give you back what you give, a
and
return on
some
your
men, it's their
investment,
love
right?
language too. Some of these men like to get, a little gift, or a dinner.
They do like
So,
gifts.
yeah.
Exactly. I know they like gifts. Valentine's Day, like, they like gifts. You know what I mean? So I'm not. I know y'all saying on the Valentine's Day, but we don't celebrate sweetest. We don't celebrate sweetest day on the East Coast. But what I'm saying is, so the times that I have, like, paid for, like, when I'm speaking specifically on dates, because if I'm with the man, whatever I feel like, I'm very,
yeah,
very, I'm a
yeah,
Cancer, so, like, I just want to, like, I want to love. You know what I mean? Hard on the outside, like, but yeah. But if I'm talking about a date, when we're in that dating phase, and we're not necessarily like an item, it's to say, it is my way of saying, like, I'm not using you for your money. But men will take
right,
that as, oh, you want to be masculine, you're trying to show me that you're independent. No, not in that way. It's just saying, like, I'm here because I want to be with you. I want to enjoy your conversation, and I don't want you to take me through 10 free dates to figure out whether or not I'm using you for your money. That's what it is. I want you to see that I can reciprocate. It's reciprocity, right? It's like,
yes,
Mhm.
I can hold you down, you hold me down. You pay for this. It's not a tit for tat. I'm not going to say that. It ain't tit for tat, right? You might have paid for a few days before I got to the point where right?
right,
But what I'm saying is, it's a respect. It's almost respect. It's like, I like you. I want to, pursue this. And I want you to know that I'm here because I like you, and not necessarily your wallet. And so, I got it this time, babe. Or if you pay, let me pay the tip, right?
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Let me give the
yeah.
tip, because
Yeah.
we now, the tip ain't the bill, right?
It's not.
So it ain't
It's
the
a
bill,
gesture.
right? But it's my contribution. So when
Yeah.
I say to you, when you're paying all the bills in the house, and I say, you know what, babe, I'll pay the light bill. That's my tip. I'll pay, I'll pay for the water in our
It's
in
true.
our cell phone bills. That's my tip. That's my saying, like, thank you.
Yeah.
But they don't want to hear that
We're a
shit, though.
team. Y'all don't like
We're a
that? They don't like nothing.
team. Not partners, though, right? Because they don't like the partner is triggering. But, like, there's my. I just want to give my tip. That's all. You can call it whatever
Let me
you
do
want. I just want
something,
to give
because
my
I mean,
tip.
clearly I'm making a lot of money too. Let me help. Let me do something this
Right.
time, because I don't want people, don't want you to think that I'm here for money. And, these men be like, oh, she's stacking up her money over here and she ain't never buying nothing. It's like, what can we do? We keep asking these questions, and these are real questions. Maybe they don't think they're real questions, but what do y'all want? Like, what do y'all want? They don't know what they want.
How much do y'all spend on first dates, gentlemen? Because I don't think it's any women in the
Oh,
chat.
girl, not a dime.
Is it? How
And
much?
they,
How much do y'all spend on dates? Like when you get in to
Yeah.
know a woman, like, is it a dollar limit, or like what's your? Because I mean, I know some people baby going on hikes and stuff, but like what?
Don't do
but
that.
those
I'm
peanuts and
curious.
stuff, they be expensive when you put them out. Like,
They
you buy them
do.
separate, and the almonds and all that.
$100.
W
$100.
is
Okay.
for one ball.
One
$100,
ball. You said
okay.
$100 on the date.
And
I'll
so
do
Yeah.
then,
it.
is this a thing where you going to see, the person 2-3 times a week? Like how does that, is that just one Friday a month? Like what does this look like? So if we're, because 100, I swear y'all, $100 is like a $20 bill now. So that can happen very easily. I can see that. But I mean, it's still $100. You know what I
It's
mean?
still $100.
Hundreds be
Like,
adding up. So
we come from a time where $100 is a lot of money. So when I see 100,
I
you can call me
know.
shell shock, PTSD.
Me
$100 is
too.
$100,
Yeah,
regardless
yeah.
Yeah,
if
me
it feel like
too.
it's money.
Yeah, exactly. Like it go quick. Like it's hard to honestly leave the house. Like, oh God, I gotta get some gas. I was going to the grocery store. Oh, $200. How did
When
this
you break it,
happen?
that's it. You break it, that's it.
It's
Cash money.
gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
David
just be
says it
going
depends on where I want to eat. I eat a particular diet.
up. Okay. So what's the number though? You didn't get asked for
Give
a
us a
number.
number, David.
It's a
Give us a
number.
number. Sim says my hikes cost around $100 at least either way. I told y'all
Boom.
olive
Because you gotta get it.
pecans and peanuts and almonds and walnuts and what else you
And it
putting
and
in
it
the
costs money. It costs money to get them state parks. But listen, Sim, if you
that
had,
does.
pulled up on me, with my good military discount of $0 to get into the state park, we could have,
See, you
but y'all don't
gotta
want me
use the
because I'm
resources.
too masculine. I'm in
That's
the
it.
military.
It's
I
adding
bark out
value.
commands and y'all don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to add value, stuff like that. Babe,
Add
like
value.
you want me to ask for the military discount? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just asking.
Girl,
Mm,
use
You
that
know?
discount. I be wanting it. The notorious Kevin Brooks. Welcome to the My Unsolicited Opinion
Hey.
podcast. He says, hello, ladies, driving and listening in. Can't chat, camera in this truck. Okay, they watching you. Keep
thank
driving. We say,
you.
we got to pull it down for our truckers.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
You remember out
uh.
here trucking was here the other day too? I love the truck
Yes.
drivers.
W is for Wumbo, 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 Wumbo,
Whoa.
Wumbo, Wumbo. He says, I do one date a week, twice in a row, and then I skip a week for that particular person. Okay, you
Oh,
got a
so we
message.
juggling women on $100 dates? Woo,
He skipped that
child, I
Well,
woman
can't
for the
afford to be no man. Good God Almighty. Okay.
look, let me ask you a question. When you meet a person, how often do you expect to go out on dates with them? Right? Let's just, how often are you talking about you meet a person and you like them? I'm sorry, and you like this person. Do you expect to see this person every day and y'all go out on dates, $100, dates every day? Or are
Child,
you like, oh,
I ain't been
we'll
on a
go out
date
on
in
the
so
weekend?
long. Mm-mm.
um,
You
I'm
you
gonna
said what?
say
Joy?
on the weekends. I haven't been on a date either like that,
I ain't been on a date in so long. I
but
don't even know.
Okay, so then
I
let
would
me answer
say
the question. Then
I
I'll
would
answer the
say
question.
okay, I would
Nah, go
say
ahead. What would you say?
probably like I would like to go out on the weekends. We ain't got to go out every day. I probably want to talk every day because I be talking, some kind of communication. But I would say like yeah, probably a couple weekends in a row. Not weekends, unless it turns into a weekend. But one day on the weekend.
And
Sometimes
Right.
the weekend it be Saturday and Sunday. It go into the next day. But when I was
Do
dating,
it.
I'm not.
but that's like the thing, right? It's almost like, and I don't know when and how this happened, but this whole like we're going out of town, right? It's like what? Like how did y'all done known each other for a couple of weeks? Where y'all?
Oh,
Why?
yeah. I'll
I
be
don't. I
living
don't
out of town
understand
though.
that logic.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
call
for
me
real,
old, but
Joy.
I don't get it. I don't understand that.
Oh, that is for real.
It's
This
almost a
time last year.
prerequisite. I don't
Yeah,
understand that at all.
I but
I
I
don't
Genuinely
kind
like
of
help
it.
me because
I don't
I
like
really
it.
want to know. I don't
I
get
don't
it.
like it because let me tell you, I was, this I keep saying this time last year, but I was dating someone and they, within 2 months was like, oh, I'm planning a trip for us. And I'm like, I don't I don't want to say no, I don't want to say yes. And the reason why I don't want to say no is because maybe at the time that you're planning this trip, I'm in it, but I don't want to say yes because I don't feel like the way that I feel about you is deserving of you trying to like, get me flued out. You know what I mean? Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be genuine about it, right? Because I could very well take your trip, right? But I'm trying to be genuine. And when I tell you that was received with a lot of like rah rah, because I couldn't necessarily say, I couldn't be like so definite that I wanted to go on this trip further in the future. And I just met you a few weeks ago. It was kind of like, well, are you? What are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you? I would tell you that was a real life. I don't know what it is about just let's go on this trip. And I know this whole culture of getting flued out and stuff like that. But when you're
Is that
someone who
really
can,
like?
yeah, it is.
Ugh.
But when you're someone who's able to fly wherever you need to fly, right, at the drop of a dime, I'm pretty sure all of you women can take a trip to wherever you need to go right now if need be, right? It's just like I don't. It doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't impress me. And I understand the gesture of you wanting to take a trip with me. But can you get? Can I? I mean, get to a place where I feel like I want to be in the next country with you, and only you. You know what I mean? Like 4 months down the line, because I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna make it past next week. So I can't say, yeah, and then you go spend all this money on it, and then next week you do something, or I do something you don't like, or you know what I'm saying? And now you didn't spend. But ain't nothing, it's chump change, right? It ain't tricking if you got it.
I
I
guess.
don't know, but I try to be genuine. Like I just try to be
Make you
like
uncomfortable.
genuine. Like, yeah, I don't think you should pay for that trip. I think you should I think we should get to know each other more.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes me
Or I meet
uncomfortable.
you there.
You
I
might
meet
try
you
to
there.
kidnap me.
Yeah, I'm not going on a trip.
Yeah.
But what about when you dating people or you getting to know a person and they live in a different state or they live out of town. Y'all
I
don't
don't
live in the
want to
same
know you.
place.
If you live across town, it
Y'all
ain't it.
know.
That's it.
Y'all
Mm-mm.
already. Yeah, you coming for me tonight?
No, that's for me. That's how all my
Oh,
situations start out. That's for me. I'm just saying, trying to see
oh.
what y'all think. Because I'm like, they
What about
coming
so what?
down, they gotta
Oh,
stay
I'm all for a long
or
distance
whatever,
relationship. I'm all
Okay.
for
I'm
them.
just saying, because I didn't know
I'm
if that
cool
was
with them.
like, a deal breaker. Because when y'all said going out of town, but y'all talking about like leaving the country
Yeah, or on a trip, right? So
or on a trip.
like
Okay. But if they
right, they
coming
love to take you
down
to
to meet
Miami,
you
girl.
or to Saturday and they,
Right.
we just
They
going
like,
out,
oh
whatever.
yeah, they love to take a trip to Miami. They love to take a trip to the ATL. What's that mean? Where I guess from a man's point of view is like I'm gonna take my daughter to all these places so she don't get like caught up with your dusty son taking her to Atlanta. Like I'm gonna take her all
Yes.
around the world so she
Mhm.
don't get sprung off the fact that that your dusty son and took it to Atlanta or
Mm,
Miami or something like that.
I don't get it.
That's the same. That's that same. Here I go talking in lyrics again when that same lyric, get my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. But they didn't listen to that.
Big
That's not
verse.
they not on that time
Mhm.
no more. They not on that
Mm-mm.
time. Oh,
Yeah, so
y'all, it's
I'm
midnight.
just wondering what y'all was thinking about that because I'm like, when I meet somebody, like even with my husband, we didn't live like in the same place. I was in New Orleans, he was in Mississippi, so it was like my cousin introduced me to him, but it was like, okay, I'm gonna come down the next weekend, so
Right. I'm coming
I
down
ain't
there.
know,
Oh,
yeah,
like I'm coming down there
so
in a few days.
I'm gonna come to the city, so it is what it is.
Yeah, we don't
So
have those
I mean,
boundaries
I
anymore.
don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
I
I
would, I would hook Joy because you the other single woman on the panel. I would hook Joy up with someone. I know she's in North Carolina, but I would hook her up with someone that's here in Maryland, or if I knew someone that was in California, because I knew I knew the person that I'm hooking her up with is able to make that trip. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was in my 20s and she was in her 20s, and the money ain't, I'd be like, yeah, no, girl, he don't live around here. You gonna be like. You know what I mean? But as people who are established, you're able to travel, you're able to do what you need to do. I know Joy will be able to make her trips out, you know what I'm saying? And he will be able to make her trips to him. You know what I mean? I'm trying to I got somebody for Joy, but she don't.
Joy be playing.
Look at her face.
She be playing.
You plant, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all, I swear I'm the most want a relationship person. Don't like
I know you
nobody.
are.
Person
You
in the face.
are.
We
And any
all
man
I
are.
would be
really
lucky to
don't.
be with
I don't like no. I don't be attracted to men. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just. Oh no, y'all know who I like. Y'all told you I like. I live. I'm in love with ghosts, but
you. Right.
not it. And
Right.
Wallow
Ghost though, not Omari, but Ghost.
and Wallow.
Oh, Wallow and Gilly.
I love Wallow.
That's uh and Allen say, cool, that's an attainable goal.
That is an attainable goal. Yes. You got to stay in your lane.
You gotta
That's
stay in your
it.
lane.
That's
Cool.
it.
That's an attainable goal.
Yes. Check out
So
the
Jordan,
shorts.
I
That's
ain't putting it
it.
past you, baby. Cause I already know what the roster used to look like. Still do.
Yes.
It's
Clutch
still like
laughs.
popping.
Welcome to the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast.
Yeah,
Yes, the
nah, they
flying
been here
out is too
before.
much. Is it too much? Them little flights is easy to
They
me.
act like it's not too much. Or I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know, but I would say this. They act like it's not too much. It's like, no, I'm gonna take you to here. And I'm like, I don't think you do you want to do that right now? Like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if I like you that much to go out of the country. You know, they they're killing people out here.
Okay.
They are. See, Sue says many women like those out of town guys, so they only have to deliver less often on their part.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, when
perk.
It be
they
fun
not
though when they come to town. Man, you
you
be
when they come.
living your best
So hold
life.
on, when your husband came that first weekend, he said, "I'm coming this weekend." What she was like? I know he wasn't your husband at the time, but what was
He
your
my husband now. But anyway.
See, I ain't. But that first encounter, you first meeting him at your cousin. Is this cousin that hooked y'all up? Like
This my
cousin,
other this
cousin?
another cousin. This another
Oh, okay,
cousin. But
okay,
they
okay. I
decide,
thought it was cousin, cousin.
yeah. They be hooking me up, don't they? They be here for the drama. All of it.
Because they
All
know,
of it.
girl, you a keeper.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So,
But
so when he first came, look, am I on the spot? I'm gonna leave it alone.
I can't get into it.
Okay.
Maybe another time. But I mean, if you come, you gonna make a trip, you gotta make it worth it. Wow, you know that. My
Clearly, he
representative
did
was my
too.
representative was there. Okay. The best representative.
Clearly, he made an impression on you, and you made an impression on him. And look at that, whole marriage later.
Yeah. A lot of weekends, a lot of back and forth. I probably do like it better like that. I might need to keep me a distant lover.
I
Susan.
say my preference, but y'all already know what my situation is. So, but it might be a preference for me.
It might be. Seriously.
Yeah.
Sil says those out of town arrangements allow you to skip a lot of those steps. It does.
Mhm.
It go fast. You be like in a dream world, whirlwind. Like it's always perfect. And it was on in Allen. I don't know what you talk about, David. Hit the
You
like
talking
button,
about that
guys.
person?
So, some people are new in the chat. Welcome to the My Unsolicited Opinion
Thank
podcast.
you
Tonight
guys for
we're
coming
talking
through.
about
It's
what?
late
What are
on
we
a
talking about,
Wednesday.
guys?
We going up.
What are we talking about, y'all? We are talking about is money important? Can he pay the cost to be the boss? And how much do they need to pay? Some of y'all don't want to pay at all. Y'all think this is a new deal. It's not. It's old news.
Y'all
Men
out
been
here
having to
buying
pay.
these women.
Y'all paying for nails and paying for babysitters when y'all could just be going out on a regular date with a woman who will probably pay by the time you got to the 6th day. She'll pay for that one. It's
Right.
going on.
She done gave the tip.
Yeah.
She done gave the tip.
Yes, y'all seem like y'all down for these long distance relationships, long distance lovers, weekend warriors.
Hold up.
Yes,
Oh,
I said weekend warriors. You come in on the weekend, boy, you
yeah.
bringing your A game. When I'm homesick for home cooking, I would fly to NO on a date, then fly back the same day. It was one of the best days ever. I'm telling you. What in the turnaround trips,
Ooh,
boy, David. Okay,
them turning burns.
yes, yes. Clutch Laugh says couldn't long distance cause a false sense of bond because it's only small spurts. That be the
Yeah,
fun
yeah,
part.
definitely.
That be
Yeah,
it.
I
It's an
definitely want to
illusion.
stay in that part of like I like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I don't want to leave from that. Like I want to be so
Yes.
like blinded by
Yes.
And excited. Yeah.
and you
Yes.
know what
And
I mean?
delusional.
We said
Right.
it before, but I
Very.
hate when I find out like I hate when I find out they're just regular men.
Me too.
like you know what I mean? Like, and I say that in a way, not in a way like that I don't appreciate regular men, but I'm saying like I hate when when like
Then
you're like they're
he'll lie and then he'll hold back the truth on some
you know what I'm saying,
things.
it's
He'll
a
leave a couple
liar.
things out.
He don't
Then
stand by
he
his word. You know what I mean? It used to be like, and little by little, it just takes away from you. Just like it's like somebody pricking you with a pin, and you just like, But then, of course, right? I'm pretty sure I'm doing the same thing on my side, right? Little
right.
by little, I'm probably like, ooh, it's probably things that I'm doing. He's like, man,
Man,
you know what I'm
she ain't
saying?
down for me
And
like
then
I thought.
right, right. And then we get down to the core and base of who we are as people. And it's like
Mhm.
once we get there, do I like you? Do I like
Right.
you stripped away, all the money stripped away, all of the fancy stuff, the cars, the job, whatever you do? Do I like being around you? Can I see
Mhm.
myself going to sleep with you and waking up with you every single night and trying to build something? If I can't, if you don't have anything other than the emperor's clothes, I gotta go. And he
Yeah.
should be looking for the same thing. I mean, it's like, when she is not all did up, a little bit of makeup or whatever, when she wakes up in the morning and, breath stank, bonnet on, because y'all know I'm bonnet gang, right? I'm
They
bald
don't want to
headed,
hear
but
about the bonnets.
I'm bald headed, but I'm bonnet gang, okay? By choice. But when she got the bonnet on, little moo rollers in the hair, breast stank, do I like is she still cute? You know what I mean? Like is she done tore the lashes off, eyebrows is smeared off, lipstick
Yes.
is gone. Like, is she someone that I want to wake up to? I don't know. Some of y'all,
We
I.
we got the lead attorney in this bit.
Yeah, lady.
Welcome. He said, salute, ladies. Here we go. We got the lead in house lead. How many times you got flued out? You be flying these chicks out? We talk about these distant lovers, okay? We like them. We like them.
Lee talked about a long distance relationship that he was in before, and he was
He
about to
probably
like get up and like
he's
make
about
a
to move on
move.
down. Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
he was like
David
he was
say,
chucking the dude.
David said, for the record, he has never paid for nails or babysitters.
Okay.
What you said, hair? He said something. Somebody tried you,
Listen,
David.
David, you know what I when I envision David, I envision like a man like just giving like not on no simpish stuff. I'm talking about like if he was married or whatever, he's just like giving his wife the card and she
Yeah.
Yeah.
go do whatever.
Yeah.
And he may not know he paid for the nails, but when she come back with the fresh set and the
Mhm.
hair is all
Mm.
did up, you didn't
He
pay
just
for the
gonna
hair and
like
nails.
it. He like
He gonna
it.
like it.
I think he gonna
Not
like
to
it.
like I said, so I'm not even trying to call him a simp. I said his wife, someone he should be pouring into. But I just see him like that. Like, go ahead and do what you gotta do. But you better like, you know what I'm saying? You better make sure you pay the gym membership too, right? Because you better
Yes.
be in a gym.
And David like a cook. He like
Right.
a woman that's gonna cook.
Okay,
Right.
ballers, high value men, would y'all pay for these BBLs that the men be paying for?
What you
Now, I'm
Where that come from?
asking because y'all started talking. I don't know. My mind, I was like, oh yeah, she probably would take the car and get a nice massage and then I started thinking about when I watched like I Am Athlete, whatever, and that these dudes every time they like, yeah, I done paid for about 5, 6 BBLs, like you know what I'm saying. So let's talk about y'all would like, you like this girl, you like this woman, well, whatever, and if just assume that you got it, okay, like let's just everybody
Yeah.
got it, okay, everybody got a
Money
million
wise.
dollars, okay, everybody's a millionaire. Would y'all pay for a girl that you kind of know, 6 months? Would you pay for her
6 months, six
BBL?
months in.
Would you pay for her to get a BBL?
David said,
Um,
absolutely not. Y'all won't pay for the boobs. Y'all won't pay for nothing. Can't get no work done out of y'all.
You wouldn't pay for a BBL to get this woman to be like, oh, I really like him. Like, I mean, I'm asking.
Tummy
The
tuck, the
least son says I
BBL.
pay for. He said I pay for manis and petties all the time. I don't know if they are really that expensive or if she's just getting over. You know, we gonna go on inch it up a little bit. I need a little
They
more,
are.
daddy, little more money. W for Wumbo, he says not when Planet Fitness is $22 a month. That's what
What
he
is this
said
girl
now.
playing fitness? He
Lee said he
having like
stop at the
pizza and hot
BBLs
dog
and the
night.
boutiques. He's not paying for nobody. Now you can get your nails and your hair done all day long
He
on him.
said,
You
I
can't get
shop
no
at
BBL.
BBLs.
Man.
He like, you need to come with that. You need to come with that. If you ain't bringing that with you, he ain't trying to holler at you. That's what he's
You
saying.
can build a. Oh, I would. You can
Build a
build a.
build a boo.
There you go.
Stop at BBL. First of all, W is for Wumbo. You talking about that $22 Planet Fitness? I need the personal
Oh.
trainer.
Mm. I'm
Let's see
just
what Sim says. We know Sim gonna. He says those BBLs end up looking pretty bad in the long run. I have dated women who have already had them. Respectfully,
so y'all be liking that. Oh
I
They
mean,
be
I
looking.
wonder. I
They look like
wonder.
water. They look like a watermelons on toothpicks.
my.
Oh
Oh
It's
my
like the
God, I hate
thighs
that.
and the it don't
It's like
match.
why we don't get no thigh with them though? What's up
At
with
this,
it?
oh my God, that's awful.
I just wonder how they like. It's like, are they built for speed? Are they built for comfort? Like
Is it a car? You talking? What is it? A
It's
engine?
that's from
like
some
as soon
movie
as
too.
they get them, they get so much control.
Is it a
They get so much
BMW?
control. Like I've seen a girl who could never twerk before, but as soon as she got that BBL, all of a sudden she got this control over each cheek. You just be like,
Oh,
how did you
really?
like? It's
I
I don't know
remote control it.
with the muscle,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, how did you get that good overnight?
Mm.
I'm
Hmm.
just saying, I got friends.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. Clutch Last says I'm broke at 22, but I wouldn't pay for it. I'd take a olive or Popeyes
Olive
before
oil.
surgery. Oh, you want a little slim fine? You want a little skinny?
Yeah,
Skinny minute.
she said she was a, she was a model
David
for a
say
year and a
he'll
half.
consider them double D's now. He'll consider that.
Throw some D's on it. Throw some. Oh, it's late.
David, what it
I
boo?
know it's late. So you would
Lisa,
pay for the top, but not the bottom, is what he's saying. He'll
he'll
pay for
pay
the
for
top, but
that.
not the bottom.
So she
He
gonna be
would
looking like
consider
a
it.
Kappa P.
Oh my goodness. With no hips, no butt, no nothing. Lisa, how
No
I'm paying for
legs.
dinners for her to eat on the front end and then BBLs on the back.
I
I
mean,
mean, you know,
you gotta do
But
what you
would you
gotta
date
do.
a woman who's had a BBL, who's had some type of augmentation
that's a good
to,
question. Clearly,
like
Simon
would you
already
date a
tried them out.
was
Mm.
that is that would that be something that men like if she's had a BBL or she's had, a breast augmentation, if she's had a tummy tuck, if she's had, whatever, would you date that woman? David
David
said
say,
yes.
yep. Yep.
But then, okay, so let's say you don't pay for, you done built this woman, you got a body perfect, and then y'all break up. Like, you gonna repossess her? Like, how does like y'all just gonna let her go like
You
that?
want that
Like,
Now
money
you
back.
might not let her
how does
leave.
this work? I mean, y'all have like a side agreement where you're gonna be like, hey, I need you to get my money back. Like, that's a lot of money.
Are you paying for that for a girlfriend?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, girlfriend. Like, that's how these guys be getting these girls. That's what these women that be want to get flued out so like somebody can buy them a surgery, buy them a butt.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Doctor, what's his
they
name
be
in
talking about going to
Miami?
Miami, Dr.
Dr.
Miami.
Miami girl or Columbia.
Yeah,
Like you be dating a
yeah,
dude so they can buy that for you.
yeah.
That's so crazy. These
Sis,
women be really date. I don't even know. They be dating a man like to get their. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm out. I'm out. I didn't know
you
that.
right.
It's
I never
crazy.
been out the game. You a happily married woman. Baby, yes,
I
they
didn't know you
do.
had to. I
They
didn't know you
do.
had. You could ask a man to pay for a babysitter. I didn't know you could ask a man to pay for a BBL or the boobs. I did not know this. Now this I didn't
So you
know.
are learning
I
a
know you
lot.
could get a man to buy you food. I'm like, purse, hat, all that kind of stuff. I'm
Right,
on
right, right,
regular
right,
stuff.
right.
I didn't
Right,
know about
right.
this babysitter stuff and this
Yeah.
body work. I didn't
I
know that.
I follow on Instagram.
Am
I
I lowballing
follow.
myself?
Maybe.
Girl, you're not working to your fullest potential, clearly.
Right. I could really be capitalizing on this.
Girl, you can get you a new camera.
Okay. At least that. At least that.
But no, I follow this Instagram page, Goals Plastic Surgery, and like the way that they advertise these surgeries, like they'll legit be like Memorial Day special, and it'll be like BBL or double BBL for $49.99, like
What's a double
$4,999.
BBL?
I'm not really sure.
Buy one, get one?
Oh,
No, it is a thing. I'm not exactly clear on what.
oh, maybe
it
you and your
is.
friend.
No, it's a
Oh,
procedure
on
called a
you.
double. I'm not 100% clear, but it'll be, and it'll look like it's a club invitation, like the whole thing, and hotel room, like it's a thing, it's a package. I'm telling y'all, I know, like these dudes be doing it for real.
Oh, I know they do. I know they do.
It's bad.
I know
David
they do. But
say,
they
would
call
you
them
guys
those
have
are
work
the,
done? I would.
would you guys
I
have
wouldn't get a
work
BBL or
done?
nothing.
I have had work done.
I mean, I'm gonna get the BBL if they paying for it.
I'm gonna let them have it.
Or
I
the
get.
personal
I
trainer.
probably
I
would
mean,
get a
if
little
the
light
personal
bulb.
trainer comes to your house and he's working you out every single day and you losing weight, you got some work done, girl. You can
Oh
put in
well,
some work.
shoot. Body
No,
count, what is that?
I be trying to make it.
Cavitation, all that.
I'm reaching. It's a stretch.
I mean, we'll take it. Condemn says no BBL, ladies. Keep it natural. Don't take the risk. Them folks can
Don't
have
take
it.
her.
I
Well,
got.
see, with most black women, we ain't gotta worry about no
I'm gonna
BBL.
take what I got and work with it.
Okay, okay.
Man, you done had all the kids. What
Come
we
on,
do to
Betty.
would y'all pay for the mommy? Would the men pay for the wife to have a mommy makeover?
These folks ain't paying for
What is
nothing.
a mommy makeover though? Like, what does that entail? Because I've heard it. Is that the BBL with the breast
Tummy
and
tuck
with
out
The
there.
breast and the tummy tuck,
tummy
yeah.
tuck? Okay.
Yeah. Lee say, David, I'll take her small natural lip beads as long as them arrows are big. Ah, this man here is crazy.
Yeah, it's
Clutch
also
Laugh
stuff.
says, I prefer thick, but I just like natural. I don't want any alterations. I appreciate her in her natural beauty. Yes, y'all always
Do
say
they be
that.
knowing whether it's natural or
They
not?
always, that's what I said. They always say that. They don't know what's real, what's not. Because some of them, they really like, they built. I've
Because
said, yeah,
sometimes
they
a woman
not.
has to tell them like, that's not real, right? Like I've seen
And they be
like,
like,
that's not
no. Yeah.
for real.
I'm
Oh
like, this
man,
is
I
not
ain't
her
even
natural.
know. For real, they think, man.
Yes.
I don't
They
care.
getting good.
John.
Yes, Sim say we don't know until those clothes are off for real. Y'all don't. Some of y'all might not even know. Then the procedures are cool as long as they don't change attitude on some Jenny Jones
Jenny
food.
Jones.
Get the chic mess.
I used to love me
Okay,
some
I love
Jones.
Jones.
Jenny.
Yes.
Rude Jew used to be on there.
Y'all remember them obese babies?
Oh
She
my.
would have like them big old fat obese babies on there.
They walk out with a dive on. They
My
used to be
daughter,
funny.
she eats 5 pieces of pizza, a watermelon.
Six
She
chicken
hungry.
legs.
What am I supposed to
For
do?
breakfast. What?
Yeah.
Joy said new camera. Joy say, shoot, don't be out here
And
asking for no personal stuff, cameras, all that. Shoot. David said, wake
she
up and what?
hungry.
Smell 2023. I'm late, huh? I think rappers only buy BBLs to flex, not so they can improve the woman for their pleasure. Okay.
It don't be the rappers though. It be the regular schmegular regular.
Hold up. Sim say,
I mean,
would
the rappers do, but I know like men, like regular guys that'll be like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna break you off 10,000, 5 and 5 to get, what you need to get.
Sim say,
You need to get
would you deal with a man that had a DDL? What is a DDL?
You know what a
girl.
DD, you know.
Does it
What is
work?
Well,
DDL?
I remember research said that the man's parts have gotten like what 30%
2 inches or
larger.
something?
So I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, over time. Oh, because
yeah,
of the
over
okay.
the last like 30 years or whatever, it's growing
But
exponentially.
I did stumble upon a men's I I did stumble upon a men's like what did she say? I missed it.
Nothing. We just still on
It's
it,
over.
like,
It's over. Yeah, just still on the D. So
yeah.
look, I did stumble upon a man's plastic surgery page where the men are getting like the calf muscles put on, the pecs, they're getting the pecs, the arm muscles, um, and like
The
the
hair
ab.
transplant.
No, this is like I mean I guess that's
I
plastic
should
surgery. But
be
I'm talking
here.
about like actually putting a muscle in their calf, so they have a calf muscle, and actually
Oh, that's
putting a
because y'all know I don't like a
in the
little leg
arm.
either.
You know what I mean? Like it's a, and I was surprised the amount of I was actually surprised the amount of black men. I was kind of like surprised on that because I was like, really?
That's
Y'all
their
out here
problem. They want to get some work too. That's why they be so mad. They want to get it too. Now they getting calves. Their legs gotta be
calf?
little.
I'm gonna send it to you as soon as we wrap this up. I'm gonna send you this. You're gonna be like, wow, the abs the calf muscle, the arm,
I
like
could get that.
even
I could see the abs, but the calf. But I get they need to wear
you
long pants all the time
you
because
ever
I don't
seen
want to
that
see no
show?
chicken
The
leg.
guy that just did all of that. Like, I think he's trying to be like the human Ken doll.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I hate
That
that.
what's the name? Like he's gotten all that stuff done, like the
Mhm.
calves, the and all of
His
that, right? He
face
looks a
don't
mess,
move.
right?
Yeah, it's
Right. His
terrible.
face frozen for life, right?
But I
But
always
he's
want to know how people afford stuff like that.
that's
oh
what I'm
girl,
asking. Somebody buying it for them. Somebody tricking off on
They be
work.
regular people.
I guess 5,000 here, 5,000 there. Sim say coming to the house to work. Who out, Ty? Y'all seen those videos? Where there's people getting those massages and women getting those massages from these
What kind of
have
massage
y'all
is
seen
that?
they be working
Like a happy ending?
you better
they
stay
be
out these
really like
YouTube
What
streets.
y'all talking about?
they be like really working them
The
out.
massage, the women they get
Wait, what y'all? Wait, hold on. I mean,
the
what?
It's
women are
really
getting massages from the men, and they're getting like booty massage, girls, you.
and then all on their waist and they like holding them a
And
certain
then
kind
on
of
it, and I
way.
think someone close to us
They
did
look
a
very
video about a woman
sensual.
getting a little bit more
And
than
they
a
like, would you men with men let their women get a massage like that? I was
man.
like, oh my goodness, this is wild.
You need to stay out
Hmm.
these YouTube streets.
I
But
watch
they
too
would
much
say,
YouTube.
I know,
Yes.
girl. I know we gotta get off of this
Yes.
thing
Ty
before we
trying to
even
work
get sucked
you
in.
out. Those trainers
What?
can never be trusted. They talking about what I'm talking about. People coming to the house to work you out. You guys see
You
the
see that
videos, Joy.
video, Joy?
They
I'm gonna send
crazy.
you the link so you can
Oh my.
give my friends some views anyway. But they out there like in Jamaica or whatever, Trinidad or something, getting
And they
massages.
oiling them down. You
They're
know how
getting
you
that
go get a
happy
massage,
ending.
you be under under a little thing, they be like, "You take your clothes off," and you under there, and they just kind of, doing these people they on top of the stuff. And they like in different positions, like yoga poses. It's really
Downward
it's-
dog.
they are downward dog. And it's like in cobra and all that. And I'm like, ooh, this is steaming. Anyway, Clutch Laugh says, to be honest, what? Once I find out, I'm like, nah, I'm good. It's good for short term. No, you tried it.
Clutch laugh. He said he's 22. He said he ain't doing all of that.
Oh,
The
he's
women his
scared.
age are like the women his age got it. They
They
fit, they in
lean.
shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
They
what I'm
fit
saying?
feminine and all that to be 22 again. Hit the like button, guys. 100% engagement, please. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, we know we get wild this time of night. When we get close to the 3 hour mark, you don't know what you're going to hear from us. You don't
Jesus
know.
Christ.
You don't know. So, y'all want to stick around for the rest of the show. Sim says those things y'all love
What
those,
is wrong with
evidently.
them?
They love them.
Tired of that
What?
hit the gym. Oh, I go to the gym. I don't know what you talking about.
Working
Baby,
folks out at
I
home.
go to the gym. Like I go to the gym.
Lee say he don't need no DDL if Joy's 4'5", baby. If you're
It's over.
4'5",
All right. Commercial. We going to the commercial.
tell him, Sam. I told y'all that I check get wilder later again.
Well, here it
Sim
go. It's
said,
after midnight.
Ty stumbling up on pages. We already know you like that pimple popping. Only they women who will what? Ugh. I'm finna throw up, Sim. Don't talk like that over here. I'm
Well,
finna
that was
throw up
he
right
said. I told y'all that in confidence, and here he go putting my business out on these YouTube streets. I told
now.
y'all that in confidence about the pimple popping pages that I like to watch and the black kids. The girl, I don't know what it is. Is that ASMR? I don't know what they call that, but my mouth be watering when I watch it. I be like, ugh, and I'm like, I got a screwed up face, and it's just like, and I'm like, ugh, but I can't stop. And then the lady's telling the story, and it's like she's telling this story. It's a real ratchet story, right? So you just like, this is
That
like,
sounds like some military trauma.
girl, please no. It's a lot of stimulants. It's like I'm getting this ratchet story. I'm getting
Oh God.
blackheads and pimples popping,
Oh,
and it's
Sim was
ooh, it's a ooh. They get
Sim
millions of
say
views, so I know I ain't the only one.
people love it. They come up on my feed and I be like, not interested. Sim said limestone river raft massage. Is that what it is? Is
Oh,
that what it's called?
oh,
The
that was
massages.
the video. I think that was the video he's talking about.
Go
So we
ahead,
saw
lead attorney. Let her know. There's joy they on you, buddy. At the 3 hour
They
mark,
say
it
you
said,
4 5.
hey,
That's disrespectful.
yes.
That's disrespectful
Sim,
when they talking about you 4 5. You know
I
you 4 6. I don't know why they doing that to you.
see there. You know
yeah,
what?
bite
God,
size.
we're gonna log you off.
I'm saying no, I know, but you are little.
What they
I'm
be saying, the
4'11".
spinners? Is that what a spinner is? Because I feel like
What's
I'm
a
over
spin?
5 feet, so Joy is a spinner.
I'm 4'11".
What's a spin? I don't know that terminology.
Oh, you, yeah. Nah, I thought you,
I don't know that about what's
Sim
a
says
spinner
mouth
like.
by water. Spinner, like,
Oh, that's yeah. I just be ugh.
like
The
spinning.
spinners. Hold on, like I mean, when you say spinners, I'm
Yeah.
I'm automatically thinking like spree wells, right? But when you say spinners in that capacity, I'm thinking top, a top, maybe. I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. They got to tell us. I
I
just be
never
listening to
heard.
this,
I never
this
heard.
talking these YouTube
I've
streets.
never
I don't know
heard,
what it means.
y'all.
I shouldn't be using these words. I don't know. Yes. Oh, oh, spitting on it. Spit on it.
It's a
That
Wednesday, y'all. I have a
Dang.
it
promotion
is.
ceremony to go to in the morning. I watched my friend make Lieutenant Colonel. Her and her
Congrats.
husband both making Lieutenant Colonel in the
Oh,
U.S.
that's
Army tomorrow.
awesome.
And her
Um,
husband,
and
high value
I have to
couple.
get up early to drive to the Pentagon. So
Nice.
Yes.
I'm going to have to call it an evening. But you
We
ladies are
will.
more than welcome to keep the spinners going.
No, we gonna go shut the show down. Cause y'all, it's been a pleasure. We have enjoyed y'all tonight. We're gonna let Joy close us out because she always gives us the benediction.
Oh Lord, now may the Lord watch between me and D when we're absent one from
One from
another. We'll
another.
see y'all when we see y'all. Have a great night.